Farts.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Pull up a chair and join us in the Alcove, here with episode 52 of our homebrewed 5th edition D&D campaign, the Chaoslands.
Oh, wait.
As always, before we start, we have a handful of quick announcements, so let's go through those. We go live on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, approximately, on YouTube, with VODs available immediately after the stream ends. You can subscribe to the channel down below to get a notification whenever we're going live. While you're following us, you'll also find links to all of our social media accounts, our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Go ahead and follow those for all the latest news and schedule updates, as well as awesome character art, profiles, and other fun things. Also, a big shout out to Syrinscape, because epic games need epic sound. Syrinscape is a digital app with a collection of amazing sound sets and music that we use to improve the ambiance of our game and stream. If you're looking for a way to improve the immersion at your RPG table, go check them out at Syrinscape.com.
Yeah.
There was power behind that one. I could feel it.
One day I'm going to punch him in the face.
We also occasionally use music from Critical Role's Welcome to Taldore, Welcome to Wildmouth, and Candela Obscura collection albums, as well as some royalty-free music courtesy of Riot Games. Links to those can be found below. Mm-hmm. Anything else? Anyone else got anything else to add? No?
Nope.
Alright. That's all the announcements, though. Let's begin our dive into the Chaos.
So we can start with this 10,000 gold.
10,000.
I will never forget.
Never forget.
We got to roll.
When we do this.
First.
Oh, yeah.
Do it right now?
At the end of our last session, our players did level up. So we'll go around the table rolling for HP.
Yeah.
Would you roll for HP for Elmer?
Yeah, I'm taking Blood Hunter. 6!
That's not too bad.
6.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, I already rolled off table. I took a 10.
No!
Sneaky. Timon, would you roll your hit dice?
90 something. What did I manage?
3.
Okay.
The first below
Yeah.
average.
Was it
there.
somewhere
I
else?
can't remember.
No,
it
you've
was
had
in
some big
manage
rolls.
manage levels and then
Should be D8 anyway.
Oh,
doi.
giant button. Okay.
Alright, you're up.
Arkmere?
Okay, I'm rolling my hit die.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a D8, I assume.
Well, it depends what is multi-class is.
8!
That's an 8.
Whoa, cheater.
Yeah.
So
Roll again.
A lot of HP.
Yeah, you can't roll that.
Astra?
In Warlock,
What goes up must come down.
that's what... 5.
5. Okay,
not
okay,
bad.
okay.
It's pretty good. It's above
Above
average.
I
average.
can
Yeah.
still roll the lowest.
Right.
Oh, I got the 3.
It's not bad.
Cool. Biggest
I
boost.
saw time to do it and I
Everybody's-
thought it was cool.
Everybody's figured out what they're doing with their level
Three
up.
as well.
Mhm.
Got
I
their
rolled 3.
Yes, sir.
I did not.
I missed
I'm
my
gonna have to skip a
previous
week.
It's
HP. I would be over 60 HP right now, you guys.
Oh, because your situation.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Well,
Elmer has 20 wisdom now.
Why didn't I change?
So wise.
So wise, just old and senile.
the Iron Will,
That's us.
arriving in the Frostfang Woods by traveling through the strange interplanar chaos energy that flows between the continent of Rivenath, have been searching for a way to help their fallen ally, the Big One, with the help of another ally that you found in the woods, an old herbal named
Elmer of the Green Moss Grove!
Elmer. Told
gotta-
you about
You sound like a goat.
told you about a shrine deep within the woods whose waters hold restorative properties, and may be able to help the Big One, and also accompanied you while you traveled through the fate-touched heart of the woods, encountering several strange beings and phenomena, including a giant otter who introduced herself as Seraphina, and told you that the waters of the shrine had been corrupted by a dark energy brought into the lands by an archfey known only as the Weaver. Upon cleansing the shrine, you were confronted by the Weaver and did battle with the archfey, resulting in Seraphina transporting you all, alongside herself and the Weaver, into the Feywild.
Yeah.
Here, in an enchanted grove entirely within her control, you fought and defeated the Weaver and discovered his true name, Gestemblind.
Yeah, go
Oh yeah, I definitely didn't write that down. Shit.
Gestemblind.
Gaston
It's
Blood.
also the
it's the
title
name
of our last
session.
episode.
So
Okay,
you can go
perfect.
look on
Easy.
YouTube.
Yeah. I was gonna write Gaston.
Glimmer Geist?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Glimmerglaze?
Whoever is the last name. Sorry.
In exchange for protecting her and restoring the shrine to Linvari's champion, Seraphina granted each of you a boon. revealing
I did not
strange
get it.
mysteries of the past to each of you, answering various questions that you all had carried with you. However, upon learning of Astra's past and who she is,
She's very nice.
Serafina grew cold, angry, and demanded you all to leave her glade, never to set foot near it again.
Way to
She was a real
go.
butt face.
Yeah, that's
What
what
did
I
you
wrote.
Oh, I said way to go.
To me, I can't help. It's just little me.
Returning to the material plane and the shrine, you made a rushed and surprisingly safe journey late at night, along with some water from the pools that you had cleansed, back to the Green Moss Grove. Perhaps protected and not shared by the power that Serafina herself holds over the woods, you journeyed through at a fairly comfortable clip, but still arrived cold, weary, and tired at the Elmer's home, only to discover a strange and unexpected guest awaiting you there. Passed out near the base of one of the larger trees of the grove, you found Cassandra Liev, leader of the Cure of Dust, or better known among some of you as the Dusters. A denizen of Freedom Hold in Ward 8 of Schema. And that's where we pick up the session. So, Elmer, you've just returned home. You're tired, it's cold, it's pretty late at night. It's about, well, around midnight, if
Past
not
my
past
bedtime.
that. And there's a new stranger in your grove.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Where? So I think we left off. You said she's kind of like passed out beside a tree.
Yep.
Does she look? I think I may have cast something, but does she look like she's injured or just tired and asleep?
I think you'd have to approach her and
Yeah.
make a
So I'll
medicine
walk
check or
up because I
sort.
see all my creatures kind of stirring about, and I'll just walk up and just pass out, kind of prop.
You
up.
approach her, and I can describe for you what you see. You see a woman, roughly middle-aged, a little younger, long brown hair,
Don't forget the streak.
tied up in a messy bun with a white streak that comes
there it
off
is.
to the right side of her hair.
What's her undershirt? Red.
It's not actually. She's
Damn
wearing
it,
a,
she
she's wearing a
changed.
dark
What?
brown undershirt
But
She changes
has
clothes.
Brass armor.
with leather armor and a breastplate that is made of iron.
Oh,
What about her eyes?
They're closed.
If he,
they're closed.
Heterochromatic.
They're white.
They're closed. Make a medicine check. Right?
Medicine.
How far ahead is he from us? Is he, like, right
I would say
with
he
us?
would be leading the way to his
Right.
home because he knows where it is. I would say you probably wouldn't be too far behind.
Okay, because if I notice her, then I'm also going to.
Yeah. Maybe slightly ahead,
yeah,
but that's
probably
what I-
only like 10, 15 feet ahead, not too far. You could
Okay.
you can also approach.
Yeah.
21.
Nice.
21.
She seems unconscious. She's breathing, but her breaths are very, very shallow.
Okay.
She seems healthy, but just exhausted.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk over to her and just shoo away the animals that are probably all perched around her.
There's
interests.
definitely a few
Yeah.
squirrels and rabbits that are.
Yeah. Give her some space. Give
They
her
didn't
some
expect
space.
visitors this late at night, but they've woken
neither.
to and are now sniffing around.
Yeah. So I'll, like, if she's like kind of like asleep against a tree, I'll kind of like prop her up and just like gently like pat her face and just see if I can wake her.
No response.
Can I see if she seems to be suffering from similar symptoms to what the rest of us have faced going
Exhaustion.
through the storms?
I think with your medicine check and your generally high perception, it's probably similar. Very exhausted. And also with your perception, you do notice that she seems older than when you
Okay.
last met her. There's a faint little bit of graying near the roots of her hair.
Oh, apologies, friends. It seems like we have another visitor tonight.
We are actually acquainted with this
Oh.
woman. She is from the city that we were in before we came here.
Oh,
And
through the
it-
portal.
It appears that she may have also traveled the same way.
Her hair looks a little zapped, you know.
Yes.
no, it was like that before. The streak?
No, it just frazzled us.
Oh, well, yeah.
She does appear to be more aged, probably similarly rapidly to the rest of us.
Oh, well, she's in no state to talk right now, so I'm gonna go make her something coffee to rest in, and
We should
we can
move
all
her
rest as
to
well.
somewhere more appropriate.
I will I'm assuming I can pick her up, being a big firbolg.
She's fairly light.
I'll just pick her up and bring her towards.
You
where-
do notice the strapped side on her belt. There's a rapier as well as 2 daggers that are on either side of her belt.
I go and help.
Yeah, I'll just carry over to
Suddenly
where
there's one dagger.
folks have been resting. Make her like a little leaf bed or something.
You spend a little bit of time working on that. What are the rest of you doing? Arkmir, Astra, Pine.
I was actually wanted to head over to the big one.
Oh.
See what the condition of, I guess his current condition is.
I'll follow.
I'm not gonna lie, his body's not looking the best. It's been decomposing for roughly about a day or so. Some parts of his flesh have begun to slough off, get a little bit softer, darker brown. It smells terrible. Not the best.
Better than ever.
I think we have to do this tonight.
What exactly we're supposed to do?
I guess we should have asked Serafina that part. We got the water. I just assumed we would just kind of like...
Waterboard him.
Yeah.
Try some. Does anything happen if I just take like a little bit of that water and say sprinkle it over him? A little bit in his mouth, a drop in his mouth, a little bit over his body. Where the wounds are.
Like something.
like baptizing him.
Yeah. You are healed.
The power of Christ compels you.
Make a perception check for me.
Can I also make one because I'm there with him?
The skin slides off some more.
Gross.
Oh, perception. Of course it's wisdom. That is a 19.
Ooh.
I got an 8.
Astra, you don't notice anything. Arkmir, you like dip your fingers in the water a little bit to take them out and throw them over. It burns you to the touch. You get distracted mostly by that more than anything else.
Oh god.
Doesn't seem to do anything to him, but it hurts you to touch this one.
Is it doing anything?
No, I don't think so, but maybe you should hold on to this. I don't think I might spill it.
So it's holy water.
You
and you're a
love
vampire.
water.
Ward 8 water specifically.
But you're always so thirsty and always on about, okay, I can hold it. Sure. Should I do the little sprinkling on him?
Sure.
Okay.
That's right. As soon as you touch the water, it's almost like a shock just runs through your entire
Son
body.
of a bitch.
You take 2 points of psychic damage.
I barely
Do I
have
notice
any
that?
HP.
You notice like a little bit of blood trickling down her nose,
Wait,
and you just notice her recoil with her finger.
did that hurt you as well?
No, but maybe you should hold it because I think I may drop it.
Oh, like just corking it again. Okay.
Huh. I really didn't think this through. Maybe... Will Elmir know what to do with it, do you
Mute
think?
that. I left the volume on. The volume.
He knows
Calthier?
he's
Left the
good.
volume on by accident.
Yes.
Can you try touching some of this water?
I'll
Don't spill
There
it.
will not
Or
be
I'll-
any
I'll-
blood
No, I know,
by
that's-
the time we're
I'll
done.
hold the flag. We're doing a little bit out of time here.
So
I'm just
what
like
we talked about, scrap it, rip it up.
no, hold it. Why are we
Well,
touching this?
I guess he's got a good point. It hurt him and it zapped me. I told him it didn't, but that's why my nose is bleeding right now.
Not the cocaine.
Not the cocaine.
it felt like it burned me.
Does it look any different at all?
It looks the same as the water in the pool,
Okay.
but
Wait, is it like glowing?
it is glowing.
Okay.
There's like a little bit of a faint blue glow to it.
Does it have a smell?
It smells like clean, fresh water.
Okay.
I
It might
drink-
just be like maybe it's just tieflings, you know?
Oh
Yeah.
god, her water's racist too.
Oh my! I mean, I wouldn't put it past Serafina and her.
So if you don't mind just touching it, finger. It didn't. It hurt me a little bit, but nothing.
Finger the
major.
water.
Well, wait
Yes.
a minute. do we need to test this? Because say we pour it on Big One or whatever, he can only get so dead. And right now, he's pretty damn dead.
His feelings
Right?
hurt.
So you want to just one-shot it all? Or like,
Well, I don't know. Do we pour it on him? Do we put it down his throat? Do we put it like a suppository? I'm not sure how these things work.
Yes.
well, maybe we get Calthier to sprinkle some on to Big One first.
Well,
we'll
yeah,
see
he
if
is
it
the
makes
healer,
sense.
so
Yeah.
it probably makes sense for him.
If
to...
he can't do it, then
Nobody.
Should we ask Elmir too? Because he's familiar with the woods. Maybe he's seen something like this before.
Perhaps.
just touch
Elmir.
the water.
I can just see Arthur just like standing there, just like right.
I will just touch the surface with my finger.
You feel a strange sort of like warm, like it hurts a little bit for sure, even to you. It doesn't hurt, like you don't immediately recoil from it, but it doesn't feel comfortable at all.
I mean, there's something to this. It's uncomfortable for sure to touch it.
Let's see
It's
what
not a
Tyrone
tiefling
thinks.
thing.
Let's
Yeah,
mess
no.
around.
Perhaps we shouldn't play with this. I mean, if it is of magical nature, most potions and other liquids are ingested. I would assume that the big one, we'd probably have to administer it the same way. If it was to be consumed in such a nature, the magic should be dispersed within him. But again, I have no idea what this is. Elmer.
Yes.
Come stick your finger in this.
Okay.
Don't touch it. Do you have any understanding of how this is supposed to work?
Not much other than what they said.
Really.
Well, I've definitely never seen any of it or worked with it before, but from what I understand from Serafina is it's supposed to help restore or put back something the way it was meant to be. What that means, I don't really know. Or
Make a
something
history,
to
make a
deal.
history check.
While that's happening, what happens if I like I don't know,
God,
just
my
also
rolls are
grabbing
good.
like a
Last
twig off
rolls.
the ground and now just like running against the top of the bottle where it might be a little bit wet? Does anything happen to that twig?
We'll get back to you.
19.
The only thing you remember is that there's the waters from the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing more than that really. Like everything what you've said already.
Sure.
That's
So
basically
that
the
and then
same
just
thing I would remind you.
They quite
so
possibly
would-
Fey magic waters, I'm not quite sure.
What exactly are you doing? You're picking up a like branch from a.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if a branch from like what happens when water makes contact with it. Is it just
You're just like rubbing or dipping it. What do you?
sure, let's just say like a droplet I'm getting out of the bottle onto it. Nothing.
Nothing happens.
A man of nature, if you were to use herbs, plants, any of the like, how would you typically administer something like this?
Well, I mean, it depends on what I'm trying to heal, per se. I mean, wounds typically you put directly on. But for ailments that affect the body, typically down the hatch. Or up. Either or.
Yeah, I figured as much.
It is accessible.
It is accessible, but it's decomposing as we speak. Down the hole.
Soggy butthole.
Which hole?
Or wee hole.
Probably ingestion, I would think. It makes the most sense. I mean, we drink health potions all the time.
It's true.
And Diamond is speaking like he's sitting on the floor, leaning against the wall, tired as he is. Kaltir, whatever you did before, can you do it again? Or do you need to rest?
Depends what you're referring to.
When you try to bring him back,
That required an expensive diamond.
have we gotten the dermal?
No.
Hey, Elmir.
Ah!
The
That was
water,
also-
the water is our only shot, really. Also,
The time.
what I figured out, what I was theoretically capable of doing with the diamond, the individual would have had to have been dead merely minutes.
And your friend has been deceased for some time now.
Player talk. Did it consume the diamond?
Yes.
Just the activate it? Okay.
Using it.
Yeah.
I casted the spell.
But you just found out, yeah, so
It just didn't work.
Yep.
Would Diamond know that people's spells were a little bit stronger when they were close to the water? Because I think there was something that I guess he might have noticed that when you were like barely touching the water.
That was the moon, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely glowing more.
Yeah.
Talbot in
Moonlight.
particular, you would have noticed for sure.
Yeah. But I did also yell about Limbari, so...
Then I is power compelled you.
So the water is from a pool from your god, and you seem pretty happy, or I don't know, enabled when you were there. So
I mean, the
if we throw the water on him, and nothing happens, I don't know.
Why did we only get one vial of this? This is the question.
I
We
tried
did
to
not
bring
put-
the
She said one was all
like
we
bucket,
needed,
and look.
not to take more.
Yeah, but what
Well,
if we
it's a
go
flask.
this way and it was supposed to go this way and then...
Typically, do you always start like this? That seems like the wrong suggestion.
Well, we have more than a vial's
Well,
worth,
you never
technically.
know.
Just saying. We can pour this out to multiple vials and try.
What if you need the full vial?
He's a pretty
That's
big
it,
fellow.
But if you separate it and you needed both at the same time,
So wait, when I'm saying vial, I don't mean like a thin little thing. I'm talking about whatever container it is that you put it in.
Okay.
We have one of those.
Okay.
He
I
tried to
remember-
take more, and it didn't work.
You have a
I
barrel, I had a
remember-
flask.
Yes.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure his was like one of those big blue like water jugs at like the offices.
Yeah,
have.
but then it only
So-
filled up this much.
For some context, he tried to take some from the other side.
Yeah,
We tried to take some for the
Oh.
Feywild.
The face side.
True.
time it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
when we did the little flipperoo,
It was gone.
We lost it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Another good reason for you to do this, the whole power of the moon or whatever.
yes, you were glowing there. That was pretty impressive.
The area was definitely blessed by Linvari. I seem to be able to channel some of that.
Are
I'm
any
not
of you else
familiar
religious?
with the waters.
Why don't we just take Big One's body back there and dump it in?
Oh my god.
I don't think she will be welcome.
She can stay behind
You
with
probably-
Timothy.
Well, you probably won't be welcome either.
That was fine.
She was nice to you?
She doesn't like girls.
Actually, wait,
I mean,
who?
you don't
Sorry,
remember.
who?
Yeah, yeah.
What are you talking about?
We'll
Never
fill
mind,
you in
never
at another
mind.
time.
It's another racist situation.
But your friend's not wrong. He is decomposing faster than I would like.
Well, do you think we need to bring him outside so that like
He is
you're-
outside.
He was
I
outside.
put him in a little
He's in like a
thing.
moss covering thing, isn't he?
I made a bed for
Oh,
him.
I thought that was in the middle of the living room.
No!
That is outside.
Was the only reason why the smell is mildly bearable.
I
Makes
wrapped them
sense.
in like preserve stuff to
Yeah.
try and help, and it
It did help.
did, just not great.
Not,
Yeah.
To a
Okay.
certain
Not as fast as the decay happened.
What's the worst case? We use this, pour it all over him. We have to get more.
This is not my call to make.
Down the hatch.
Perhaps.
Can we see the moon from where we're sitting? Like, is there a clearing in the trees?
Not
It's
really.
a pretty dense tree.
pretty dense canopy.
Big, very big.
Is there like a little bit of an open area that we could drag him to so that do you need to see the moon to get the power from Limbari if needed?
No.
Okay.
Arkmer goes and opens up Big One's mouth.
Hold on.
There's definitely
The jaw like
Yeah.
breaks
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
definitely a little bit of like give to the
Yeah.
muscles, and
You
you
hear
can
a
feel
snap.
some like
Rigor mortis has set in.
May I do this?
Please.
Okay.
Which one though? The mouth or the trunk?
Turn around.
Oh.
Uh,
Aroused.
So I'm going to take the flask and going to pray to Linvari, just some typical prayer words that I would normally say, but also just add in Linvari, you mentioned before that we were going to be capable of bringing this one back. If this is the answer, please be here with me and help me. And when I do that, I'm going to cast Bless on myself. I'm also, just because I can, I'll also bless you, Elmer. And since you're right there as well,
I will also cast guidance on you.
I'm gonna be, like, while this is happening, I'm gonna be kneeling beside the big one, and I'm going to just find, like, some sort of surface to knock on, and just kind of translate to Haster, being like, I know we haven't spoken in a long time, but if there was ever a time I needed you, it's now.
So guidance on you as well. So
Sure.
2d4.
so I'm just trying to basically channel Linvaru's blessing through this.
And I'll just take a step back just to give you guys room, but still there, arms crossed, watching on.
And Timon takes an apple out of his.
That's it. Finally,
That was
finally somebody caught on.
You just have to feed him an apple.
Yeah.
This whole time, I was trying to tell you
Had
guys.
an apple deficiency.
Yeah.
And a potion again.
Sure.
We got this, guys. I love it.
And then
as
I'll
much
go
as
kneel down by the big one and just kind of try to lift his head a bit, which might be difficult given the state of him.
I'm helping you with that.
And try to pour this liquid into his mouth.
I'm holding his trunk up.
Yeah.
You open the flask and begin to slowly pour the liquid down his mouth and his gullet, and almost immediately as it touches his flesh, the flesh of his tongue, decomposing, you smell burning.
Oh, you fucking poisoned me.
You smell flesh burning. You see his flesh and his body almost begin to glow. First red, and then blue as the liquid makes its way down into the rest of his body. You can notice, like, from his chest out, this, like, glow seems to suffuse his entire body, up his arms, up down his legs. The flesh that you were looking at that was decomposing, it seems to be almost translucent. You can look through it, and it feels like his body is almost a little see-through at points, at patches, especially like where there was no flesh. It begins to form over something, but it's not entirely opaque.
He's a fish. He needs water. Water.
He's like me.
His entire body begins to glow and
It'll take a minute. Just leave it.
that was an unexpected music switch.
That thing is way behind, so if you're gonna move,
I got it here. You're fine.
Yeah,
You're
we're
fine.
waiting.
Yeah, that's fine.
You see his entire body glowing with this strange bluish energy. As you're touching him, some of you are touching him, he almost like slips out of your hands. Like you can't grasp him. You can't hold on to him. You try to reach out and touch him, and he's not there. You can reach through him. It's almost like a ghost that's laying there.
What about his metal arm?
It's still there.
That's
You can't touch through that either.
Oh.
His entire body, everything about him, everything that he's wearing, it's almost like it doesn't exist. And then slowly it begins to take form. The glow begins to dissipate. He looks like he was prior to anything that happened. Looks restored. Not just his flesh, but his clothes as well. And his clothes seem to have morphed into something slightly different. You noticed in the past when he was with you, he kind of removed some of the artificer garb that he's been wearing. Instead, he's adorned in the purple robes of the artificers. He's lying there, and he seems similar in many ways to what you remember, but just differently attired, and he looks about the same. He looks like you remember him. Still not breathing.
Is there a heartbeat?
Make a medicine check.
Test.
10.
Can I assist? Roll again.
I rolled really shitty for that. It's a strange sensation, but it's one that you've felt before, strangely enough.
Jingle bells.
You sense for his heartbeat, and it feels like there's multiple. Feels like they're off sync.
You're a
There's
Time
multiple
Lord.
beats, and slowly they sync
Sync up.
The doctor
Okay.
has
to
two
a
hearts.
single, very faint heartbeat.
He might be here.
Caution.
Sure. Gonna try. Gonna see if that helps in any way. Pour a potion down his.
Pour a potion down his throat. And
Or an apple down his throat.
for the first time after a long time, you
Sam,
you're
revive him just
in a strange
second.
place.
Where am I?
You see the big Loxodon open his
I don't remember how to do
eyes.
his voice. Damn it.
Very fuzzy and foggy. Looking around.
Big one?
Oh, well, that's my name. Where am I?
You're.
Who are you people?
What? We're your best friends.
Well, that sounds wonderful, but I don't really have any best friends. Where are we?
We're
You look
far
around
from
and you're
home.
in a strange wooded grove. You've never seen trees this size before. You've never seen landscape like this before. You've never seen people like these before.
Apologies, I'm a little bit fuzzy here, but
What would be the last thing I would roughly remember?
You were working
In my
in your
workshop.
workshop.
I was about to
Yeah,
ask that
yeah.
too.
apologies, but
You fell asleep at night after working in your workshop. Let's just go with that.
I'll look down at my clothes. Seem okay? No injuries, nothing? I'll sit up.
I mean, you are injured. You're at 4 HP, or like whatever
yeah.
the potion of
Would've-
healing was.
would have been very
It
low,
feels
yeah.
like you've been beaten up, but
well,
Calthair wouldn't know it, so I can't say.
You don't remember?
round of introductions I think are in order.
Wait, we know each other. We've traveled with each other.
Before we bombard him, it's.
No, but we're best friends. You know us.
I mean, I'll certainly be your best friend. I've not had many in my life, but
We know Spark Eye. We know Harriet.
Spark Eye's my father.
I know.
I mean, not quite sure where we are, but I can Oh, you say you've already met him.
Yes.
Oh, he didn't mention anything of you.
What?
And Harriet, I mean, I've very rarely spoken to her. I've seen her time to time in Ward 1.
How close
we in Schema right now? This seems odd.
We are far from Schema. As I get close and I pull out the magnifying glass that you made me, and I look at him. Does he look younger than he does from when we saw him before? Because
like a medicine jar.
just because as
I had a
Astro,
bit longer tusks the one time.
just because of the wibbly wobbly.
No,
timeline,
when we went through the
Astro's
one
is-
portal, the only aging you really saw was longer tusks.
We have the scraps of the little one with us as well, right? I think we left them by your body.
Oh,
Yeah.
17.
it's hard to tell.
Oh, well, I mean, this is a
I mean,
wonderful piece of craftsmanship. Somebody, I'm sure, that works with metal. I'm not quite sure what it is.
You
but
made that for me.
It's very sweet of you, but
No, you made this for me. We've been traveling together.
apologies, and I don't recall anything.
I try to touch him. Does the hand still go through?
No, you touch him, and
Are there any
Oh,
discernible
sorry.
pieces of the scraps of little one, or are they all just like I don't know how like you have it set up, or are they just?
I mean,
sheaths?
they're just set off to
Yeah.
like the side somewhere.
But is it like there's the head, it's like separate, like
No, it
legs
would have
or
been. It
limbs,
would have
or
been
like-
one unless you guys disassembled it. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what happened to it. I thought
He
just
just
kinda,
he
like,
he
fell
died
apart.
when I died.
Yeah.
That's
They
it.
just
Yeah.
went like.
I think we need
Yeah.
a big one to bring him back.
Yeah, and like, do you recognize this guy? Like,
Oh, well, it's definitely a very nice piece of crafting. Again, it looks like it might be electrosteel. Kudos on the work for that one.
This is your dog.
you don't remember dreaming this up?
I it's a little bit more. I typically build things with stone and some electrosteel, but that's definitely not my craftsmanship.
Lord catch.
Oh,
What is it? I don't know what it is.
oh, I love apples.
We know.
Thank you. That was very big one. Pleasure to meet you. And then I notice as I go to my arm, I'm like, what? What did you guys do to me?
We didn't do it.
Oh,
anything
boy.
to you.
Um,
Do you?
this is very odd and peculiar.
You had that when we
check
met
this
you, laddie.
I've never seen this before. It's quite ingenious.
What's the last thing you remember?
Well, I was back in my workshop. You guys would really like my workshop. Working in Ward 1 at my father's house, Mr. Sparkeye, and I was working late one night and just went to sleep. Now I'm in this weird forest.
I have an idea. And my backpack, I still wear it like a nerd, in front of me, and I get not Haster, Hoku to come out. And I'm like,
What a
Hoku,
cute little creature.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
Be like,
Oh.
can you show him all of our adventures? Because he sends like visions. Can he kind of do like a little like montage of some of the stuff we've been through to him?
Yeah, I think you're kind of stretching the abilities that he can send.
You
what?
went to
oh
your
yes.
chest member.
Hi, sorry, you are.
Arkmir.
nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. A good handshake.
If you don't mind me asking,
Yes.
how old are you?
In my same age as.
Let me confer with D&D Beyond 1 second.
Because this whole thing,
I'm about-
was he looking at his? Were you looking at your middle arm and like, wow?
Yeah, like confused.
I'm about 386 years, and a couple days old. If you don't mind me,
And I'm gonna notice that I have a wrench, and I'm just gonna jab it into my arm, and just rip the arm off.
I'm also.
oh, I thought my arm would be under that. That's weird.
So I'm just there without an arm now.
Do we have
Um,
any type of? I guess seeing as
What
we're settling
happened to
down,
my
is there a
arm?
campfire that we have set up right now, or?
I imagine there's some sort of a campfire.
Yeah,
I'm
never
just gonna
told.
go ahead and grab like, just the flame, like, I don't know, a log or whatever that's lit. Just bring that. Just waving in front of the big one right now. Is there anything?
I follow it. I got my goggles down. Well, one arm now.
Oh, that's
And I chuck it back into the fire. It's interesting. This seems to be the big one we know before the explosion.
explosion.
So-
That doesn't sound pleasant. Yes.
Laddie, you already had that arm when we met you. We've been to your dad's place.
Oh.
The gargoyles at the entrance and
Oh yes. That's my house. I'm meaning to fix them. One day I'll get around to it.
the backyard. You guys were close to the. What was the name of that place?
Savvy
The
merchant.
the junkyard, I think.
Oh yes. What good old Fido's workshop.
Fido.
Fidadio.
Fado.
Fredo's workshop. Yes.
The old
He,
Iron Solitaire.
yes. He runs it. It's a pretty good. I mean, it doesn't have the best materials, but it gets by.
He used to run it.
Oh, he still
Then-
does.
No, I forgot what happened to him. But his place went kablooey.
Well,
Just overnight that happened.
no, Big One and I actually saved Fado.
Oh.
That was when I first met him.
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
Fado was on the list.
But we saved him initially.
11.
Yes.
You're being thrown by so much stuff right now. You don't know what to believe and what not to believe.
Again, apologies.
Also, you're still worried.
Yes, I might not be all there right now, but I don't think I've helped you with anything, friend.
What day do you think it is?
Who's
What was the
president?
first day of the campaign in game? That's what I say to you.
Oh my
It is
God.
this day.
And I'm gonna tell him what I.
Friend, do you have any more apples?
After that.
I got another
What's that?
one.
Oh,
If
It
you
was.
wouldn't mind.
It's actually about
Trump
like.
grabs it.
It's actually about like roughly 10 days or 2 weeks after. The first
Okay.
day.
Okay. That is the date I tell you.
And I have an idea of what date is relative to like when things happen, and then the month passing.
Roughly.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about. It's
But-
actually about this.
That doesn't make any sense. I feel like I might need some sleep. Apologies, but I'm a little tired.
Do you need help putting your arm back on?
I don't know how that got there in the first place. I don't think I'll be needing it. I'm not used to having one arm, but I think I can make do. I've been working on a few things.
When you were working on them, did you have 2 arms?
Last night I did, yes.
It wasn't mechanical?
No, from what I understand, it was. Did I have an arm?
Yeah. You had
Yeah.
both arms.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, I both arms.
Calder, with your passive perception, you think you see some sort of a shimmer almost where his arm would be.
Okay.
Astra cast darkness and just.
I'm sorry.
Apologies,
You're
you look,
not him.
you look upset. Is everything
Oh,
okay?
Shimmer?
I'm okay.
Yeah, it looks
Oh.
like you wouldn't notice it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can make you another.
You just
magnifying
notice that
glass
there's
if
like
you'd like.
a strange
No, this
sort of
one
like shimmer,
is
almost like where his arm would be
perfect.
in the
Oh.
shape of an arm.
Right.
The sort.
Is this? I'm just player talk. Was it similar to Seraphina's like buzzing arm? Or-
I know, vaguely similar, but not quite. It's not like you can't see anything there. It's just like a faint something. Not quite.
Well, I apologize for you waking up here under such
Oh.
circumstances. It is
okay.
quite late. I think everyone needs some rest.
Alright.
But if he goes back to sleep, is he gonna croak again?
What
Let's
do you
hope
mean
not.
by croak?
Well,
Let's take the evening. I know we're strangers to you, but this
Oh,
is...
that's okay. Wait until my father hears about this.
These are dangerous woods to go out on your own, so I would ask that you put a little bit of trust in us and stay here for the evening.
Well, I don't think I can get very far. I'm pretty tired, but yes, this seems like a pretty cozy place. Then he notices Elmer, and then,
Are you the big one?
oh, well, yes, that's my name. Pleasure to
we
meet
can all
you.
just like
yeah,
sit back.
yeah. And then Elmer will lean over to you.
Is this what you were expecting?
No.
Oh, that's not good.
Had you ever...
Which one are you talking to? Me?
Whoever was talking to me? Striking conversation here. Are you talking to Timothy or me?
I was talking to you.
Okay. Had you ever been to that clearing before, or like drank any of that water before?
No, just what I've heard from Seraphina and what you guys know. I mean, again, it's supposed to restore something to its true path, or something. Maybe. I don't know. There's portals in this woods.
As they're meant to be.
Rats.
Yeah, you might be thinking what I was thinking before.
I'm so tired.
Oh yes, we should definitely get some
You
sleep.
wouldn't know it either.
You're looking
Like
exhausted.
Asta.
2 levels.
Get some rest if you'd like.
Wait,
I can stay up for quite a while if people
Big
want
lad.
Huh? Wait, which one?
Big
I
one.
think he's talking to me. Yes. Sorry, your name was.
Diamond.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. My name's the big one.
I know.
Yes, that's weird.
And
Huh.
you don't remember us, but you know us. We've
Oh.
been friends for a while. Do you see that the blue scarf around the neck?
Your neck?
Your neck.
Does he
Oh!
still?
Wait, that's Elmer's voice. Damn it, this is so hard. Yes, certainly.
Yeah, he does.
there's Anya.
That was my sisters.
Oh, it's beautiful. Did you need it back? It's quite warm, actually.
Well, I gave it to you.
Oh,
Wait, does he still have the cloak?
Yeah, say the mini cape.
The mini cool cloak. Do I still
Yes.
have it?
Whatever one
I
that.
got it from Clanko.
Yeah.
But there was the one with the stitching in it that I made.
That was on my Artificer cloak.
You would not have that.
Oh, my heart
Oh,
hurts.
damn.
You would have the cloak
I'd
from
have,
Clanko.
actually,
Okay.
it's slightly different. It would be the one shoulder cloak
Yeah.
that I
You
wore
would not have the
way
cloak
back.
that you stitched.
It's like a one shoulder purple cloak with like a black interior. And that's what I would have made a full cloak switched and you would have embroidered in.
Yeah.
So it's just over one shoulder right now.
Thank you. I mean, I think I'm kind of confused right now, but it's just very nice. Thank you. I think.
Well, why don't you get some rest? Tomorrow I'll tell you.
Before you go to sleep,
Tomorrow I'll tell you how you got the scarf.
Oh, I can't wait.
Aster's real worried he's gonna fall asleep and croak again. So, before you go to sleep, it seems like time is weird soup right now. Time has passed. A lot has happened since what you remember. You just have to trust us on that.
Oh, you seem very trustworthy, so.
Thank you, I am. And the last time I spoke to your the last time I spoke to your dad,
Smart guy.
Spark Eye.
Yes.
We had a conversation. And
Does
then-
he? Sorry. Does he know I'm here?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I don't want to worry
We
him.
don't know exactly.
He's quite old, you know.
I know.
Oh, right.
And we had a conversation, and I'm going to use my new feat and speak as Spark Eye in his voice and relay the conversation that we had last, where he was saying, I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but he was basically saying, like, keep my son safe, like, look out for him.
Promise me.
He's
You
my
hear
son. I
his
need him.
voice coming from her face, like a perfect facsimile.
That definitely sounds like him. I'm happy he's made some friends outside of the Artificers.
Well, actually, we made friends with you, and then
Oh.
we kind of met Spark Eye.
Wait, are you guys saying you're my friends?
Yes.
A little smile.
By the way, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go to Arkham and be like, "Did you know that she could do that?"
That
We
was,
take her out tonight, right?
that was very impressive.
Many things strange.
And certainly was my father.
Yes, because we have a history.
But-
You just join in on
Yeah.
it. The three of us are like, "What is happening?"
You guys are like off in the corner.
It's off in the corner.
on your best friend.
I like the sounds of that. Oh, don't.
Just,
What?
Just. There we go.
Okay, go to sleep.
This guy's crazy.
Please don't croak. If there's a light, stay away
Do
from it.
people where you're from technically or typically die when they sleep? I mean,
Not
this old
always.
man might. Okay. I don't plan on going anywhere, so I could use the rest, and perhaps we can talk in the morning, if that's what us as friends do.
We do.
Is that what friends do? That's what friends do.
That's what friends do.
As he looks at the time when he's already taking off his breeches.
Oh, okay. I'm going to give you guys some privacy.
And I'm just gonna get up and walk to a quiet area and just kind of.
It's strange walking because you feel off balance with just
Whoa.
one hand.
This is very
Yeah.
odd.
It,
Gives me some ideas, though.
something doesn't seem to be adding up.
Yeah.
Your head hurts.
Yeah.
You're exhausted. You're tired. You've learned a lot of strange information, but
it's all-
nothing adds up.
It's all magical. And
Yeah.
he'll pull his goggles down and a single tear will fill in. I have friends. Call back. And then I'll just pass the fuck out.
You say a single
Fine.
tear, but it's like this again.
Yeah, that's
Where it's,
exactly what
like,
it is.
filled
Yeah,
up
it
with
fills up.
water.
It's just like so happy.
You find a place to just collapse
Yeah.
onto, and you find a backpack nearby that has your gear that you would have
Yeah.
traveled with.
This looks like
There's a bedroll, there's some
Yeah.
rations, nothing too strange, nothing too out of the ordinary. Some tools, a wrench, things that you would have
Fuck ton
had.
of apples.
Rotten apples.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's only been a couple days.
Apples last surprisingly long.
They do.
What are the rest of you doing as a...
Apologies, friends. That seemed like a different reaction than you were going for.
Well, at this point, we never really truly know what's going to happen with anything, so...
At least he's alive. I mean, that's
Yes.
part one.
Seems like he may have lost some memory or something.
I'll say.
But he did. You guys saw him look different than he did before you used the water, right? He kind of changed his appearance. That wasn't just me, right? Timothy? Yeah, he saw it too.
He did. Yes.
That was odd.
Was it just clothing that was different? I guess it would have been.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah, I guess
garb.
age-wise, he didn't really.
Yeah.
Well, somebody should
Strange.
grab his arm and keep it safe for him as I try to reach for whatever fluffy creatures around. Like if there's a rabbit or like a
Careful with
cat or
them!
something.
Yeah.
And as I do
As you try to reach for the arm, it's strange.
No, I think he's reaching
No,
for
I'm reaching
like a
for
cuddly animal.
for a cuddly animal.
I thought you said something about like
He
you
said
tried to-
somebody should grab the
somebody
arm.
should grab an arm. Like,
We know Arkmir's gonna grab the arm. Yeah.
you try to reach out and touch it, and you can't.
It's
Your
ghostly.
hand goes through it.
Are you guys seeing this?
I'll come over. Is it same kind of sensation or lack of sensation as when he was kind
You
of...
can reach through, and it doesn't. Like you don't feel anything.
But if I go to big one now, so you go up to you and just like a hand on, but that's fine.
It feels weird. You reach out and you touch where his arm should be, and it feels like cold, like
Chilly again.
chilly. Your hand, it seems like it's almost like stuck in something viscous. Like it's not quite like in air. You feel something there, but it's not.
Derek.
Oh yeah, I
No,
know.
no, no.
White
I just...
viscous.
No, I imagine he's just like, I'm gonna go sleep. It's been a long day, and we're both just like,
Like it feels like there's something there, but like it looks like there's nothing there. You reach out and it feels like there's something there, but you can't see it. You can feel it, but you can't touch it. You can't grasp it.
I don't want to wake him up, so I'm just very gently also like, do I like where his other arm is or shoulder? If I go and touch, like, is that something that I can like?
Yeah.
That's solid, but
His
it's
entire
just
flesh
his
is
arm
pretty solid.
and that the metal arm that our hands can go through.
Mhm.
But this one feels a little more viscous.
Weird.
Well,
you don't really see it.
you don't
on
see
here.
anything.
Yeah.
There's
Sorry,
no
yeah.
arm.
Yeah, it's
But
just
in
air.
that area,
In that area, it feels cold and viscous
Like a void.
of sorts.
Well, maybe it'll be different in the morning.
If I just take like randomly, just taking a steel marble here now, and like where my hand is inside, and just like let go. I'm just letting go.
I'm watching. Don't worry.
Does it like? You see me
They
sort of-
typically conduct experiments on their friend like this.
Is it like dropping at regular speed, or is it like?
It like seems to slow down and almost like drift down, like where his like arm would be before trickling and falling through. It moves strangely, unlike what you would expect it to do if there was nothing there.
Right. What did we do?
I don't know. I think we're gonna have to sleep on this a little bit. We also have Cassandra here.
Oh, yes, the girl.
She alive?
She's
She
sleeping.
seems alive. She seems very tired.
She
Yeah.
may have been thrown through the storms as well. It seems so,
Like the portal.
in a sense.
Oh, no.
If that's the case, then I'm gonna go ahead and just distract myself for a bit. before I'm heading to
I
bed.
bet you will.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
He's back. Yeah.
I'm pulling out my
Big one
rapier.
just sits up.
I whip out my black rapier.
Oh.
Yeah.
That pause though. I whip out my.
He's already down, pretty exhausted, but the two of you, if you'd like to get some sleep, I'm happy to stay up for a bit and just watch over the big one in case anything changes. Also, if Cassandra happens to wake up randomly, though she's pretty exhausted, I think. Once you've gotten your rest, I can take some time.
As you all begin to turn in for the night, are you going to keep watch?
Yeah.
Are you going to go into a trance, or
Well, not until they've slept.
My owl.
Okay.
Will stay.
I thought
do.
force of time to like identify this thing.
Yep. You discover the magical traits of the weapon known as the Bladed Word.
Ooh.
You can add that to your inventory, and you can attune to it if you would wish.
No cursed funness.
No.
Okay.
But just know that for the future, if there was a curse, it would be too late.
Jeffrey will sit on like a perch beside you. My owl.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
late. You guys are all very tired. It's cold. The fires. You have to spend a
I'm
little bit of time
maintaining it.
maintaining the fire.
Yep.
Astra, Time and you were just.
He
going
passed
to bed.
out.
Oh, I
Yeah.
passed out. Yeah.
Astra's-
Astra, is
But-
there anything
but,
you
uh,
wanted to do?
I'm just gonna be sleeping very close to where Big One is, and I'm trying to stay awake for as long as I can to just make sure he's still breathing. And then I'm probably gonna have a bit of a restless night, waking up, like, and then checking, like, okay, fall back asleep.
I am also going to take a little bit of time to ritually cast Detect Magic and observe the big one, and also to see if Cassandra like anything odd about her situation.
Nothing too strange about Cassandra. There's a faint bit of magic on like the leather armor that she's wearing, but nothing too powerful. On the big one, it's strange. There's a lot of magical energy around him. Not entirely kind that you would recognize.
Okay.
It's hard to tell what's happening with him right now. There's definitely like a roiling mass of like glow of magical energy is just erupting, almost like solar flares off of him at different points in time. If you keep watching for like the duration of the type magic, you can tell that it's growing slowly fainter.
Okay.
So
So
but
there's
it
magic at
definitely
play, but it's kind of very slowly.
slowly dissipating.
Okay.
But you do not recognize the school of magic.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Then I look at my bag. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Honestly, as soon as you open your bag, it's kind of hard to miss. There's something in there that's just vibrating, like thrumming.
No, they're not supposed to.
You're supposed to turn that off. Come on.
Oh, that's mine. Sorry.
There's
Is it
things-
the mirror?
No.
Damn.
Why he's always up all night?
As you reach inside and pull out, you notice the small dragon figurine that you take.
Oh, that was the other one that I saw.
Yeah.
The brass inlay on it is almost glowing blue, and the entire it feels wet to the touch. And as you
God
hold it,
damn,
you feel the
it's
same
you.
almost like
Vibrating and
warmth,
Didn't even have
like
the audacity
burning type
to clean
sensation
it?
as when
Okay,
you would touch the
Jesus.
water.
Oh.
Okay, does it again.
Okay.
Doesn't even know.
It's glowing with this like faint bluish energy, and it feels like there's some powerful magical energy living inside of this right now.
Loaded in.
It's about to blow.
Yeah.
More ways than one.
Dragon energy.
Big D.
Can I? Is that the same magic that I see going on over there?
Not quite.
Oh shit.
That is a fairly powerful enchantment magic.
Man.
That he sees on big one.
No.
Oh, on the
on the
I have no idea
On
what
the
the fuck's going on over there.
Ah, okay.
Never seen magic like that before.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna remember that is happening because there's probably like, even when I saw this thing before, it never reacted in this way.
No, it always had a little bit of faint magical energy to
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
but
but-
not this much.
Right.
It feels full of power right now.
Yeah. Okay. If I just take some time to examine it, am I able to get a sense of what kind of, maybe not specifically what the enchantment is, but just maybe like the high level of what's going on with it?
You examine it and discover that it is a magical item known as the Idol of the Brass Dragon. And it has been the entire time.
I know. Tell me something now that I don't know.
Don't sass the DM.
Though it has grown more in power recently.
Okay.
You would have noticed it much more obviously now.
Right. Do I, because before it seemed like this was potentially connected to Linvari. Do I still get that type of like her divination on this?
You gather that the feeling of it is the water from the pool that
Okay.
potentially caused it to
Got it.
elevate
Okay. And that was like
the trigger.
her shrine, basically. Okay. I trust this now. I eat it. Okay. That changes what I was going to do. I am now distracted. I spend a lot. I'm still making sure that the fire is going, and I'm keeping an eye on the big one. But I spend a lot more time with like just trying to figure out this thing and maybe what this magic is capable of.
Yeah. You can look in D&D Beyond and find it.
D&D
sick.
Beyond.
It's a homebrew item, so.
Oh.
I guess while we do that, it might be a good spot to just take a break. and
Oh
come back
shit!
After,
I like it.
towards the end of this long rest.
We get our long rest?
Oh my
Not
god.
yet. Not yet. But you will.
Alright. Cool. Oh shit.
Wait,
He's
we
back,
didn't get it
baby!
Not yet.
Oh,
We will be right back in about 5 minutes.
Cool.
Bye bye. Oh no.
Bick. baby.
We back.
And welcome back. So, if still your long rests, Helper, you're keeping watch while you're also examining this idol that you've discovered changed within your bag. Roll a perception check. As the rest of you all fall asleep.
12.
Nice, fairly quiet. You hear occasionally off in the distance, like faint howls. Maybe some hooting owls that also happen to rhyme with howl. Creatures skittering across the forest floor, but nothing close by.
Okay.
The embers of the fire are warm and comforting, and you huddle close a little bit because as you step further away from the fire, very, very cold. You notice frost forming on some of the leaves of the trees and the floor around you. Definitely not a comfortable environment outside of this room.
Beautiful girl.
Throughout the evening, do I notice anything changing with the big one?
Sort of, yes.
Pitching a tent.
The most immediately obvious thing is as you keep paying attention to him, where his arm was, obviously. Whatever's there, it seems to be becoming more and more physical almost, and you see almost like a faintly arm-like shape. That seems to mirror the rest of his body.
It's like Deadpool.
It looks, it's
Take
very
baby
faint,
lotion.
very see-through.
Yeah.
But it
gonna
looks
feel like a
kind of
giant.
vaguely like an arm,
Right.
like another arm.
I think between trying to maintain the fire and just casually making sure I look over to the big one and make sure nothing else is going on, I think I kind of lose track of time a little bit while examining this thing. And just like the fact that it seems to have more of Linvari's power. Anything else that I potentially thought of maybe doing before the evening came to a close, I've lost track of it.
A while later, towards the end of what you would think your watch would be, you begin to realize that you're feeling very tired as well. You're still... Are you still recovering from the exhaustion from
I think it's just
before?
him now.
Me?
Yeah.
No,
You're
the last
now? Let's
long
get
rest
it.
I did was the last one.
You recovered too?
You're still feeling a little bit
Fine.
run down.
Oh, yeah,
obviously,
for
from
sure,
a very long
definitely.
day, but
Something happened.
Yeah, something happened.
Yep. I imagine he wouldn't. He probably wouldn't.
Which one?
The big one. And Cassandra probably aren't just gonna like wake up at a good time on their own.
Passed out.
I don't know if you would after like 8 hours ish of sleep, but once it gets, once I kind of realize how much time has passed, I'll probably look to wake him up.
so after a full 8 hours, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
After his long rest,
okay,
basically.
yep. Just make a Constitution saving throw for me. Yeah.
This one betrayed me.
Saving throw.
Saving throws?
Yeah.
Is this to maintain concentration of something I'm
No,
not
it's
concentrating on? 18.
Okay. You feel very tired and very sleepy, but you're able to keep yourself from nodding off. And towards the end, just when you barely can hold on, you walk over and you give Arkmir a little bit of a shake.
I'm very tired.
I didn't see it on you. I don't know if I've seen you like this before.
It's just been a long week.
If you need to rest, please do.
I'm
I've got it from
hoping
here.
you were able to get enough sleep. Most of the others, I think, are probably going to need a little bit more, but I'll need some time to rest, I think.
Please do. I'm perfectly fine here. Just pulling out the rapier again. Just like fully.
Yeah.
expecting it and
It's
interested in
actually
that.
pretty early in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, dawn has probably happened already. It's just because you're in this forest that it's a little bit still shaded and dark. The fire's still warm, but seems like probably won't need it shortly after because it's starting to get light and warmer. So
Nothing of note really occurred around that I could see. The big one, though, there's. I mean, I don't entirely understand what is going on with him. But, yeah, something's out of place with his arm.
If I look over, do I notice anything different?
I mean, there's a faintly see-through version of an arm on the other side where there was no arm before.
If I go up, like, while we're talking, yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna...
It feels more solid than it was before. Make a sleight of hand check to see if you wake him up or not.
It's like Jello.
Yeah. My sleight of hand. I think it's 10.
You can do sleight of hand or stealth, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I'll do stealth.
Probably close to 10 now, yeah.
No, not 20. I stroke his arm to.
You
Definitely pinching it.
it feels more solid. It's almost like you can't reach through it as much now, but it's still a little bit like strange. It doesn't feel like flesh at all. So,
I did try to see if there was magic still at play here. There is, but I don't understand at all what it is. I normally am able to figure out what the magic is. This is beyond my understanding.
Do you know anyone that might understand this?
I have no idea. I mean, I think anyone that we've come across would have more traditional senses other than maybe those from Icefall, given what we've seen of those crystals. But even then, I mean, we've seen Lyra and Ezekiel do things. Even those had some remnants of magic I'm familiar with. This, I have no idea.
Sure. Well, if time is, I guess, allowing his arm to come back, then they've just got to wait a bit longer and
It's possible.
see. Don't you think it's odd? Well, it's not like Big One forgot us, but it seems like he's from a... She only remembers things from the day of what sounds like prior to the explosion.
Yes, I'm not too familiar with, honestly, most of your your histories and what you've done. But, I mean, if he is remembering things correctly, which I assume that he is, this restored him maybe to what he could have been if he didn't meet us. I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm not entirely sure. There's time and memories. Everything's a little wishy-washy. I mean, you don't even remember going to the Feywild, and we'll fill you in again at some point.
You guys keep telling me that.
I've already had gaps in my memory. I don't know what I lost, but I know I lost something. So, I don't know if it's something like that or much more severe.
This world's a funny place. Well, if you need to rest, please
Yes.
do. I've got it from here.
Yes, I need some time.
And I'll head over somewhere and sit down.
I'm gonna walk up the trees and just look around and see if there anything.
Tree.
No, multiple trees.
No. One big ass tree.
Sure. Yeah, the his house.
Yeah, but it's got like so much.
Hey, there's other trees around it as well.
One
A little bit
No,
farther
that
away.
forest you guys were in. One tree. In the grove, there is primarily just the one tree, and it's huge.
Just want to see what the situation is like outside right now. Storms or anything.
Dragons
Seems-
everywhere.
Seems like a beautiful day. Perhaps maybe like a single cloud in the sky off in the distance. The sun's just barely peeking up over it, and the birds are chirping the morning bird song. This music doesn't quite match.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's the sounds they make. The birds sit beside you and go. Dun, 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 dun.
But it's like a normal day. It's actually almost peaceful up here in the treetop.
Okay. So
Out there.
nothing new there.
As you fall
Yeah.
into your trance, there's a few things that you can't help but notice.
Just
I was going to ask about something
it's
specifically, but
one
this
tree.
might
It's so
include
cool.
it.
You can ask that.
what it's like.
I was
Just
going
30
to
times
specifically
the size.
point myself in the direction of the big one because I know in the multiple things I had seen his like the constellation shape of him before, and I'm pretty sure it was missing. No, wait, was it? No, it didn't have him at all at one point, and then it had him without the arm, I think.
Correct.
Then the last time I looked, it was like a faint spark.
Correct.
What do I see now?
You see nothing except for a single arm.
That's all.
And
I
that
became.
arm, that like constellation goes down to elbow, and
Yeah.
similar to the rest of you, you don't see any constellation pattern anywhere else.
Okay.
What in the hoo-ha?
That beam, brighter than any other one that you've seen so far. Almost like it's on fire. Like it's almost like there's flames flickering through it and burning it.
Damn.
But you
It's
see
better than your arm.
Okay. How's everybody else's little star figure doing?
No. Astra's is still a little bit like spacey and like floaty, flickery, almost like stars flying off of it
Yeah.
occasionally, but the rest of them all look pretty normal.
Okay. That was the specific thing I was going to ask. I don't know if you said I.
That's
is it-
exactly what I was going to
Okay.
tell you.
She did want to, like, after inspecting. Oh shit! Did I hit the other way?
Yeah, it needs to go back to where it's fine.
After inspecting Big One's, I guess, ghostly arm, just want to see what the situation of his metal arm is. Is it fading away, or is it?
It is. It looks almost like it's no longer there. Almost.
And what about the little one? Is that still there as well, or?
But also seems to be fading away.
No!
Towards
The
us.
face!
That's probably good. Sorry, what was that? Little one fading away?
Yeah. The professor.
Interesting.
Especially in particular, you've noticed as the sun has come up, it seems to be exacerbating things. Like all of these things are fading away faster and faster. And
his
his
arm
arm
is
is becoming more and more solid. Still this faint, almost like
Gotta test it out.
it's got a faint, almost like bluish hue to it. It doesn't look natural. It doesn't look like his normal arm.
Looks like an arm from a different time.
You could say that. You could say that.
Hashtag weird. I don't know. I know Big One was really tired, but when he wakes up, if he notices people are still sleeping, he'll be, wake up and he'll try and go inside, and he would be met with Elmir, and the two of them would make breakfast together. The Big One, even if he doesn't know these people, would still always make breakfast for guests. So,
Role play it out.
What are you doing in my house?
Elmer definitely woke up pretty early.
Oh, he
despite
always wakes
being
up early.
tired.
It's like
He-
7 a.m. every morning.
Yeah.
It's the old people time.
Even though he went to sleep at the same time as everyone.
Like, we're just watching this engagement from outside.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's a window or something.
Bumps his head a few times.
Big One, when you wake up, you can't help but notice, like, feels like you have an arm.
I knew I was dreaming.
It doesn't feel quite the same as your other arm. There's something strange and off-putting about it. You touch it, and it's
Yeah.
like a little bit, almost like tingly. in some sense, but it seems to function perfectly nice.
This place is very weird, but interesting.
Pulls out his little tea set. Makes some tea.
Arkmir, you notice Elmer and the big one go inside the hut, and
You might overhear the big one say, "Can I stay with you forever?"
you slowly begin to smell breakfast and tea. And, as you come back
it's
down,
glorious. 2 guys making breakfast. Yeah,
as you
damn.
come back down the tree, Timon and Astra, you would be waking up roughly around the same time.
Well, Tywin would definitely have slept in because he was tired, spent completely out of it. But he wakes up very energized. Like you see him get up and, oh, good morning, friends, and then he goes starts doing his morning routine that he hadn't done in a long
Push-ups.
time, like push-ups upside down and all that stuff. And
Butt naked?
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Just upside down.
Yeah, of course. More
imagery.
trunks than one in
Yeah.
this campaign.
They're pretty identical in size.
And then after all of that's done, well, I guess I can roll play that later after Astra says what she was doing, because I guess Tywin would do that for a little bit.
Astra is gonna wake up, like drool on her face, probably like twigs in her hair, and then wake up in a panic, look for Big One, and he's not there. Oh my god. And then I'm gonna get up and I see you guys, you would still be in your trance, you're doing push-ups, and
He's just
You
coming
don't-
down from a tree.
Oh yeah, you can come down.
you're okay coming
I'm
down from the
chilling
tree.
in the tree.
Oh, he's
Okay, you're
still
just chilling in
Okay,
the
Yeah, so
tree.
you don't see him either.
Where did Big One go? How can you be doing push-ups right now? He disappeared on us again.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Oh my! And then I'm gonna run inside the little tree house.
Are you just pressing the animal that you were cuddling with?
You notice Elmer and the big one
Big
working in
one's
the
got a
kitchen
little apron
together.
on. It's definitely way too small for him.
You also notice, you would maybe not have noticed, Cassandra is stirring
Oh, yeah, I
a
heard.
little bit from inside. She's tucked into a small cot that Elmer had prepared for her.
Sprung
She's
back and forth.
just
It's a
beginning
hammock.
to wake up. Her eyes are
Big one's trouble.
just faintly opening. She looks up and sees you, and almost just she's having trouble keeping her eyes open.
Okay. I kind of just glance at her, okay, you're alive, and then I keep going and see Big One, and I assume I can see his arms.
You can. Yeah.
Your arm.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Astra, was it? Astra?
Yes. Astra Maris, but you can call me Astra.
Okay. Perfect, Astra Maris. I can call you Astra. We were just making breakfast for you.
You have 2 arms.
That's what I was trying to tell you guys, but
You don't normally have 2 arms, though.
right. I do now.
Interesting. During your sleep, did any of your memory come back?
I mean, I still have my memory, but it's probably not what you were looking for necessarily. But
Okay.
I
Well,
could lie. I'm really good at lying.
Oh, I remember. I am too. But just remember, this is important. I was your favorite out of the group. Now that everybody's not here.
She typically lies.
Albert!
I've known her for 2 days and she's really bad at it.
Pathological.
Didn't see you there, Elmir.
Good morning.
Hello. Don't listen to him.
I'm confused because the
What color skin are you? Purple again?
It's red.
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 But yeah, purple
Yeah.
hair.
Purple hair.
She's purple.
the red one with purple hair said that we were, and then he went something.
I see you do that from the
Yeah.
from the window. I'm like,
No.
But look, there's clearly a lot of me and a lot of you. And I can share. I'm really good at sharing.
Okay.
And
I mean,
I
know
like
that.
having multiple best friends. This is great.
Okay, but I'm your best friend.
Okay.
Don't tell Arkmir that.
Arkmir was the red one.
The
right?
red one, the red stupid head one. Yes.
That's not very nice, but okay.
Do you guys need help?
We made a lot. I made apples because your little dwarf
You
friend.
made apples?
I cut them up and prepared them.
Okay.
There's some honey drizzled on them, and I prepared them. Okay.
Oh.
We
made
made
them
some
arm.
eggs and made some eggs and some other vegetables and some fruits, and it'll be ready in just a moment. I hope you like tea. I have a tea set that I.
I know you do.
Oh, right. Should be ready in just a moment.
After Diamond finishes his routine and he puts his breeches back on, is the mechanical arm still
It's nowhere to be found.
Gonzo bean.
gone? Okay.
And
Do I still have the 200
can't.
gold that I took off of Big One's body?
But what?
The
Gold
200
that you
gold
took.
that I took off of Big One's body.
You try to look around and see, and you do not.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Can't return it.
well, that's a good question. Would I have the like Klankos card and stuff that I bought? I'm gonna have to adjust my inventory.
Is my
So I would have. I
magnifying
had a
glass?
lot of money when I first started.
It's gone.
No! What about the little doodad that he bought me, the little charm?
Also gone.
Oh wait, that was with everything that he
Everything
gave
that
us.
the big one gave you is no longer.
Your
That means
cloak's
my
gone.
chimera cape is gone.
You've already used your
I'm not
Klankos
awake.
card.
Not
so
magic
good on
items.
you.
Not magic items.
I'm not.
Oh.
No magic items.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Non-magic items.
Yeah. So
That
Magic
one
items.
wasn't it.
you're literally is the only one that disappeared. 'Cause I got you magical ink. I got you the cape. I got you Klankos card, which you used. I think you used the last one.
I have a
Yeah, I would still have my
But
Klankos
you
card.
you also gave me like a
It's magical.
You would. You would.
So I gave you one and I have one.
Also the distilling.
That would be gone. It's not magical.
That's gone.
Yeah, and
gone.
your thing.
Any non-magical items that he gave you or that he had on him.
This is Ash's worst nightmare.
I will find out if my bag is lighter because I will have a question about if there's
no.
something still in my bag.
I didn't think about that. That means the axe that I would have got, the Warhammer, is gone.
Yep.
Not that I care at the moment, but it's gone. Interesting. Okay.
The flail from Gerald would still be there.
That would just be in the bag. But
No,
yeah,
did he get it back, or did we take it from him again?
he walked into the water and committed.
Yeah. Did we grab it from
I
him?
had it before that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember the water thing. I just wasn't sure if we took it off him at that point.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, but you're also not entirely right.
Oh, I love it.
Do I have to remove it from my
Yep.
inventory?
Sure do.
You still remember it. You still remember having it, but you can't find it anymore.
So I.
It's not like it's erased from your memory. You still remember having it. You remember him giving it to you.
So all the money except so you took 200 gold, it disappeared. I started with 500 in the campaign, and I had a lot more than that, and it's gone now.
Yep.
All the money my dad sent to me is gone.
Oh my
no.
generational
Oh, my
wealth.
trust fund's gone. Yeah, that's okay.
You turn to this bratty big one.
Yep.
We're like, what?
Yeah.
We want the other one.
Yeah. It's the same guys. He's the same guy.
Everybody, breakfast is ready. Wake up.
It's probably around this time, maybe a little bit later actually, that Kelper you would come to, because it was a long, long day.
Elmir's just gonna spoon feed Cassandra.
There you go.
She comes to. She begins to pull herself up a little bit. Yeah, she's still like bedridden. She can't
Yeah.
really move much, but
Yeah, I'll help her eat.
looking pretty rough.
I guess I would recognize some of her symptoms.
She begins to towards like as you begin to feed her. She like relax. She begins to eat herself off of a tray in bed, but she's not moving much. She looks around and for the first time notices some of you all and like tilts her head. What are you all doing here? Where am I? I assume this is your home.
Oh yes, welcome to the Green Moss Grove.
Where is this place?
It's in the forest.
Which forest?
Which one would he tell her? Well, what is
Forest for sure.
Yeah, what was it named though?
The Frostfang.
The frost.
He knew that before the meeting with Serafina?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the Frostfang Forest.
Never heard of it. Where are you
dare you.
guys? How did you all end up here?
Hello.
I assume I might not be here at the start of
Yeah,
the
you're not
conversation.
here.
So
The other three
I walk
probably
over.
are.
I walk over. Hi, Cassandra.
Cassandra, what's the last
That-
thing you remember?
Do you remember us?
I remember you all. It's been a while. But honestly, it feels like it's been much longer than it has anyway. Was there anyone else with me?
How did you get here?
Did you see anyone else?
Um,
Julius? Nihilus? Anyone?
what are other people?
Apologies, I don't know who those are, but when we came back home last night, you were kind of passed out on one of my trees, so I didn't see anybody else.
I'll ask one of the birds.
Did you guys see anybody
Yeah, you
else?
hit.
What's the name of those names? Yeah,
You know,
they were all
tap
at
his stick to cast speak with animals.
Yeah, one of
the
the
same place.
Jeffrey
Jeffrey?
flies over to you and says, "Yeah, she was. She stumbled out of
They're all
some
in
sort of.
Freehold.
There was a storm, and you told us all to come in here and hide. And we were just
Yes.
looking out of the window, and we saw.
A portal!
Sure, yeah.
Similar to what you guys said.
There was her. I think there was another one, but that one kind of just ran off into the woods.
Oh, no.
I think there were two of them.
Oh. Two more.
No, her and someone
You
else.
heard one
She
more.
was passed out. I saw him try to help her come to, and then he disappeared, went into
Oh,
the
no.
woods.
He could be anywhere by now.
I mean, it looked like a heat.
Interesting.
Dark out there, and there was all sorts of things moving around in the storm. You know, as there usually are.
Yeah. You did great. My little friend here says that you came with one more, and he ran off after trying to wake you up. So he could be long gone by now.
Okay. I need to get word to him.
Oh, don't. You need a little bit longer to regain your strength.
I do.
I'm just gonna shove food into her mouth with a spoon.
Eat, it'll help.
Thank you. Was there anything else you guys want to ask her? As she's still.
Are you asking about what she remembers? Or
She remembers us.
where did you come from?
There's a bunch of. It seems weird. You probably won't even believe me if I told you.
Try us.
When that storm hit Freedom Hall, Ward 8,
Oh, Ward 8, you're from Schema.
I am. You're,
Oh,
My
pleasure
lord.
to meet you. My name's the Big One.
we met before?
It's a long story.
Oh, no. Yes,
That's gonna happen
Okay.
a lot.
we've met.
Okay. When that storm hit, myself and a lot of the folks that a lot of the dusters we helped get or evacuate many people. We were running back and forth through the storm. These strange monsters. I saw many of them just brutally destroy our home, kill dozens, if not hundreds, of people. But we helped some of them escape. And I swore that I saw in that storm people disappearing. Almost while they were running, it seemed like they would take a step forward and they disappear. As though they were no longer where they were.
Did you see any creatures?
Any of them. So large. You can see that she's kind of like still
Oh, it's okay.
traumatized by it.
Perhaps we should wait till she regains her strength to.
Like big
But this was-
monstrous ones,
This was weeks ago.
flying tentacles.
How do you know it was weeks? Oh,
It was
you didn't.
Weeks ago. We escaped. We helped some of the people get out. We were trying to rebuild Ward 8, whatever was left.
Oh no.
But myself and Julius, we couldn't get over. We had to find out what happened to some of those that disappeared. We had to find out what happened to Aradoc and to Linda. We had to make sure that they were okay.
Linda. Big one knows Linda.
So we,
Of course.
there just happened to be another storm happening in near Ward 8, and past the border. We're almost exactly where we were. We decided to just say fuck it and went in there. And it was strange. I saw monsters again, large quadrupedal beasts with tentacles and many mouths and too many eyes, and just
Flying ones too.
maybe there were two. We tried to keep a low profile, and we were running, and we found what I guess a portal of some sorts. I know this all sounds crazy to you all,
Not really.
A little bit, yeah.
and we stepped through it. Or maybe we stepped through it? I don't remember. The next thing I knew, I was just standing in a desert, like a wasteland. With nothing around me for miles and miles and miles.
Maybe a broken tree.
Red lightning in an island floating in the sky. Large purple tree directly above us.
Oh, was it standing this time?
How do you know this? What was it?
Oh, I have no idea what it was.
It seemed like something shot out from it. Some beam of energy, something that lifted us off the ground and threw us back. And the next thing I knew, I was here, barely able to move, pinned up against a tree, exhausted, and just passed out.
Wait, you saw the floaty island in real life, or it was a vision?
I don't know. It felt like real life. Felt like I was standing in a
Was Lizard alive?
deserted wasteland.
Is this real life? I feel fun.
Apologies. I've come to realize I don't remember a lot or know what the heck is going on, or I'm not quite sure where I'm even at, but did you mention Ward 8 is destroyed?
Well, most of it.
Oh no.
It's complicated. Half of it is in better shape than it was, while the other half still stood, but the other half is kind of gone.
Oh no.
Do you remember Ward 8 water? It was your favorite.
I don't think I've ever had Ward 8 water, but I know they're in desperate need for water, so I'm sure they wouldn't drink it.
Cassandra, you might remember. You like the Ward 8 water.
If only the lack of water was our biggest problem. So this one, did you finish your trance and you walk up to this kind of people who kind of been eating breakfast, sitting inside like around this kitchen and bed, nibbling on food, and drinking tea.
Oh, good morning. There's plenty of food to go around.
Thank you.
Big one's got 2 arms.
I see that.
I'll spend a second to catch you up on everything Cassandra's told us.
Cassandra, did you say you were accompanied by someone?
Yeah, Julius and Nihilus, we all came through together. We were looking for Aradoc and Linda. We don't know what happened to the two of them. They were, when we were rescuing people from Freedom Hold, they just disappeared.
What about Pollock?
It seemed like, I don't remember. he might have been one of the people that disappeared. I think he was with Nihilus. Nihilus would know what happened to him. A lot of people ended up, even the survivors from Freedom Hold, a lot of them kind of left. They wanted to.
So Pollock survived. Shame.
Even those who survived that, nobody wanted to live in that vicinity anymore. A lot of them dispersed. They went into the rest of SEMA. Some perhaps living on the street in some other ward, some finding places, empty houses to squat in. There was not much left of Freedom Hold. It kind of fell.
Other than your friends that travel with you there, did you see anybody else?
In the wasteland?
In the wasteland, or after you woke up?
No.
Nobody?
Just a giant tree. I think there was something at the base of the tree. Maybe like a structure or building of sorts. Just off in the distance. Maybe? It's kind of hard to tell from the distance.
She's hiding something!
I am not! Maybe I've seen the same thing before? Probably was nothing though. I think it was just vision.
Where am I?
I've been asking the same thing.
Well, you're in the green moss grove.
How far away is Schema? How far away?
I, as Elmer, know the Rexate's close by, right?
Yep.
So it'd be
Icefall.
Icefall is the
That's about
closest
it.
one, and then way across the mountains would be Cornfall.
Yeah.
Cornhall.
Cornwall.
Cornhall. Would be Cornhall.
Cornwall. That's how you get it in the
Corn.
States.
Corn.
I know. I said Cornhall. Yeah.
Well, the closest Rexate is Icefall. So, if you can gauge where that would be, then I've not personally been to Schema, although I've heard of it.
Probably mountains between here and home then.
Oh, lots of mountains.
How did you all end up here?
A portal!
Portal. Same as you.
I live here.
Sounds like the same way you did, pretty much.
We've seen the wasteland.
Yeah.
Not sure if it was the same, because we saw no island, but there was a broken tree. Big tree stump. Like very big.
I have literally no idea what to make of all of this.
You feel tired, right?
Very
Like
much
tired as you never felt before. Like your bones are about to crack and you can't
barely move.
can barely move. You can barely breathe. Like you just feel a weight on your chest.
Yeah.
Is that how you feel all the time?
No, that was just when I felt the first couple times.
It's not nice.
Can you grow really big?
Try it.
Like if you just, well, I think you're tired, but like
I like
if you're-
his courage.
If you do things like this, and then I just slam my fists together and I grow like my giant's might.
Just the sight of that makes me tired.
Like this.
Everybody calm down!
Maybe I'll try it, whatever you just did later and see. I don't have any energy right now.
Does she
Come
look,
on, this is important.
Just out of curiosity, does Cassandra look, from what I remember, does she look like noticeably older in any way, or?
I think having seen her like up close now and like inspecting it, you can tell that she looks a little bit older than when you last saw her. You can see like a little bit of faint graying at the base of her hair.
Crow's feet.
Faint
Yeah.
crow's feet forming.
I'm
Faint.
presuming that like she may be. You know how tired you were when we got here. That's Cassandra's probably
Well,
feeling that way as
the
well.
funny thing is probably worse. It was probably like the first time I just ran into it.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
No.
Okay.
Asking to
I'm gonna
ask
ask it anyway!
asking to ask a question is inefficient.
Josh, where were you all headed to before we helped your big fella here? What's next for you all? I mean, I certainly like the visitors, but keep the...
Trying to head back.
We hadn't really talked about this, had we?
Well, I think
Except
we were
when-
planning to leave Schema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were going to try to go to that other
The
place.
desert town?
Yeah.
Cornhole!
No.
No.
Icefall!
No.
The other one.
Starts with an S.
Cynthia!
Yes.
That's the one.
That's a long way away across the desert, right? Yes,
It's southeast
Thanks,
throughout
Timothy.
the entire woods, and then there's a massive desert.
it's definitely doable, but it is quite the journey.
Have you been there, old man?
Oh, I don't remember. I've been to a few wreck sheets, but it's a little far away from where I'm from.
Which ones have you been to?
Well, Icefall. Yep.
20 minutes
Don't
later.
Yep.
They have any friends?
Yeah, I
there?
think I got them all.
Oh, all my friends are probably long gone by now,
Icefall.
or venturing the world. My friends are now the animal folk. Now, if you're looking to go to Icefall, I can point you to the druids there. They might have some information that helps you, but I cannot say for certain if they know anything about these red storms or portals or anything like that, but they can maybe help you in the right direction to people that might know. But if you go to Icefall and you're looking for Cynthia, it's a long way away. You'd be going in opposite directions.
Later town. What was the reason for wanting to go to Salesfield again?
Yeah.
They,
You
they
explain
could,
it for Lavin.
I think they like had a way of being like under the ground and could observe the storms from
They were
below.
supposed to
So
have
they
a
were
lot,
supposed to be
a
like
lot of
experts
info about it. Yeah.
in some of that stuff. So we were gonna go there. I think there's also, I swear there's like somebody there as well, but I'd have to look at my notes.
Yeah.
Miss Cassandra, was it?
Yes.
What's your plans for next? I know you're kind of confused and wound up here, but are you looking to find your friends that went venturing away, or?
I need to get some sleep. Tired.
Please, you can sleep here.
I need to, I guess, make my way back home somehow to Schema. Maybe those friends, see if any of them made it through the portal as well, see if they're around here.
Perhaps my animal friends could help you find them, but
That would be much appreciated. Thank you.
certainly we'll wait till you get your strength back.
You shouldn't venture yourself alone in the wilderness, in the Chaoslands.
Do you
Right now, I don't think I can venture anywhere, so...
do you have anything on you that would potentially help us get in touch with Julius?
Not really. I mean, there's the... She tries feebly to make a whistle, and she can't. She doesn't have the energy. You all
you do the
remember how to
thing?
reach her.
I can
Reach
try
out.
to send word to him.
Oh, I do remember the whistle. Yeah. The duster whistle.
What's this thing?
Yeah.
Well, he has this cool trick where he can, and then I'll say, send a message.
And then
to
I'll send a
people.
message back as the big one and say, "Oh, you mean this little trick?"
Wait a minute.
The music got creepy.
Dun dun dun.
I thought the big one couldn't do that. Wasn't he always confused by whenever we send him messages?
Yeah.
Are you saying that as Astra to the group or as a listener to the table?
Whoa.
Trick my father taught me a long time ago.
Well, that's new.
It's very handy.
I know.
Oh,
I just see you nodding at each other.
Yeah.
no.
But anyways, he can do it for further distances.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, we've definitely met him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would know him.
Are you looking for Julius or Nihilus or both?
Well, the
Just
one
Julius
guy,
was
Julius
the
is
one
the
one
only
guy
one that supposedly
that
came through.
the animal
Yeah.
saw a male figure and she figured it might be him. So,
Well, I thought
or
she,
was him? Was
she
it?
said
Yeah.
explicitly that like she and Julius went.
Julius and Nihilus.
Yeah.
Oh, and Nihilus as well.
Yeah.
They,
One of
the
the two.
three of them
Yeah.
went into the
Oh, I thought you
storm,
said just the two of them. Sorry.
and they were looking for Aerodok and Lunda.
Can Timothy give like a descriptor?
Timothy, do you know what this figure looked like?
Real far away, and they're all wearing
Don't you want to talk to him?
dark leather
Any
armor.
color hair?
There was really everything looked red.
They don't really see too well.
I don't think so.
Everything looked red.
Everything looked red, but they might be colorblind. I don't know.
Oh, he's sweet.
Big one.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that's the wrong voice. Yes. It's so hard. One of them needs to die.
Can I see your arm?
Sure.
Not the other one.
Oh, yes.
Can I try to inspect his arm and see if reacts with my giant smite form? Like if there's anything about the red lightning energy that resonates with him, or anything that I can see and that's familiar in nature?
Not really. Nothing seems off. Like his arm still doesn't feel like flesh. Like as you reach out and touch it a little bit, it feels strangely like liquidy, almost. A little bit softer and more gelatinous to the touch, and almost feels like your finger almost like reaches through and it isn't there, and then it feels like it is, and then sometimes it feels like it's there, sometimes it feels like it isn't. It feels off.
It's very tingly.
But there's no specific reaction to the giant might.
Feels like a normal arm to me. There's a weird bluish glow to it, but other than that, that was tingly what you just did.
I just press my fingers right through your skin, but
That's kind of weird.
what happened to the other one?
Which other one?
The mechanical one you had.
Yeah, that was weird. I've definitely never seen that arm before. I take it by all of you expressions you've seen it before. I don't know where it came from. Like I said, I don't know. I just couldn't really move it and had no use for it, so just...
It was actually very useful. You built
Oh.
it, and then magic could come out of it.
Yeah, his dad did.
Your dad built it, and
Oh.
magic could come out of it.
Well, you see, I believe the part that my dad builds things. He certainly would be able to build something that sounds that cool, but...
You're a very good builder too. You know that, right?
Oh, I like stone, and I help with some steel, electro steel, but other than that, I haven't really created anything too extraordinary yet.
Oh, but you have the big one
Oh.
that we know. You created the little one, who we named the professor.
Who's the little one?
This might
It
be a
was
very
your
different
pet
big
dog.
one.
Oh, the thing you showed me last night.
It was your dog.
You mentioned that. I think one thing stuck out to me is you mentioned the little one was not your style.
Yes, it was, it definitely was very well made, and the electro steel looked like it was quite durable, and he was quite cute, I must admit, but like I said, constructs aren't really my thing. I'm a little nervous. I mean, I would love to make something like that to please my father, but it's a little above my knowledge.
Do you have something on you that you built?
Look at my bag, anything, just scraps and stuff. And
Could you still have your shield? The stone shield?
oh, good question. Yeah, but I don't know if he would know what it is. Actually, he would. I think that's from a
I
long
think
time
he would
ago.
have
That's from a long
about
time
that,
ago.
Yes, I mean, again, stone. I've made my
Does-
shield, but
Does it look any different? Because he had the style of building things that was a little bit like
Not perfect.
not
Yeah.
polished or not perfect.
I think it would look different.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably a little
Would
bit
look
It's not our
pretty
big one.
cleanly cut.
polished.
and pretty
Like
well
if you
polished,
remember the
pretty
last
well
shield that had like
maintained.
jags in it as well, it'd
Yeah.
probably be just a nice polished stone
like-
shield.
slab of stone.
Yeah.
Thick.
crafted.
Chiseled very nice.
This doesn't look like the work we've seen from you before.
Oh.
Um,
Well, that's certainly my make. Actually, there's some parts in Ward 1 that I actually helped to build, so maybe I can show you. I'm going to guess I've showed you before
Wait,
some of my work in Schema, but...
how long have you lived in Ward 1 for?
Oh, for the majority of my life.
How how many years exactly? I believe you know it down to the month.
I'm guessing you wrote it down, and Michael, don't remember. So what did I say? Because
Is it 134 years and 3 months?
There you go. Then it would be. It'd
I have
be
that written down.
Yeah.
No,
That's your age.
That's my age.
Yeah.
no. That was how long you spent in Schema.
Because
Or
of his
sorry.
whole life.
Or lived in Ward 1, but I don't know if that was his whole life.
So
Yeah, that
so the
was
big
his
one.
age.
Well, I said
The
300
big
something
one
years.
arrived in Schema when he was a baby, and the Spark Eye took him in. So he's been there for his age. So I don't remember. My description here says I'm like 386 years old.
But I'm
But
just
whatever
curious about
whatever
your-
I said
thought
is
it was,
canon.
I thought it was
Yeah.
130.
That it's probably that number.
134,
So
3 months. But like, I guess
Yeah.
what I'm curious about is like your recollection as this new,
yeah,
as this
yeah,
big one.
same,
That's
same
been restored.
thing. Yep. I mean, I've lived there my entire life. I mean, from as long as I can remember.
But if you knew it down to that direct amount, I guess you're
Yeah.
saying it's exactly 134 years, 3
Yeah.
months. So that
I mean,
hasn't changed.
like,
for
give or
minus the
take.
few weeks.
Give or
that
take, yeah.
he's
Coming up on
mentioned,
134 years and 3 months, actually. Getting close to that 135 mark.
Interesting.
Like, the timeline seems to align. Everything that he's saying, it seems like he was about, like, roughly 10 or 15 days into when you guys started the
Yeah.
adventure.
So like, I guess what I'm like, it sounds like this is a very different big one from the one that we knew.
Do we shoot him?
But preferably not.
Oh, sorry.
No using weaponry in my house!
Do you still have the gun? It was the gun from Galaran.
I mean, it's magical.
If
I
it's
might have
magical,
it.
you might have it.
If
If it's magical, it's probably in your bag.
Yeah, he might. I mean, I don't know. I've had my bag. We can. Hey, would you look at this? Yes. Just like drop it in your hands. I guess that's what you're talking about. I've never seen that before. That's quite an interesting contraption, really. Not quite like anything I've. What does it do exactly?
Oh, it goes kaboom.
Interesting. That sounds kind of cool.
This is yours.
Oh, please no. I don't like things like that. Keep it as a gift from me to you.
But
Uh,
this is yours.
well, you just said it was somebody by the name of Galaran, so.
No,
Time
I didn't
and-
say that.
This is.
Raph said that.
Just kidding.
Or I'm actually gonna I'll cast like psychic whispers, but for 4 hours, so between us three. But this is a different big one. His timeline does not make sense with ours. If he's been in Schema for 134 years and 3 months, he would have had his arm gone by now. Would have been metal. Originally, I thought this was a big one from before the incident, but now it seems like it's a big one that's a different timeline.
They're doing that thing again, right? They're communicating.
They're talking about you.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're
We're-
hearing
well-
this as well.
I mean, we're all talking about you. Just a minute, please.
Oh, okay.
What if we
I'm just
what if we
sitting
make
there
a
like.
trip to Schema?
Cassandra's just falling back to sleep.
Just exploring my new hands.
What if we take a trip to Schema, go visit Spark Eye, and maybe that'll trigger his memory. Maybe it is our big one. Maybe time is just wibbly wobbly. It can't not be our big one. Spark Eye will know because he only knows stuff up until the time that we first met him, so it's hard for us to know.
But why
Spark Eye
does
will
he
know.
have to be?
Because I promised Spark Eye.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if he woke up not remembering getting hit by lightning, getting hit by a dragon,
Assuming this is all in your head, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you'd be like,
Getting shot by arrows.
getting shot by arrows to near death by the fucker that's Cassandra's friend.
yeah. Glad he doesn't
wrong.
remember, yeah.
And I remember that he was becoming sadder and more.
Almost on his villain arc.
He was losing his spark. If he's been spared of that.
You're gonna make a Spark Eye joke. Right?
No.
He's been spared, so who are we to try to bring all of that load back on his back?
Suppose so.
I mean, he doesn't remember us.
But we have all these memories with him. Do we just pretend that those were with a different person? Or he just doesn't remember?
We got a big one back, just not the one that we remember.
That person died.
No, he didn't. He's here.
No, but
No.
that
No.
This is someone else. You gotta start over.
Okay, but like, you ever hear like stories about like when like somebody's cat dies and then the parents go out and get another cat from
Is it always this
that
awkward?
looks
Yes,
just
it's
like,
quite awkward.
that looks just like the other cat? Is that what I'm gonna have to do to Spark Eye with Big One? Be like, oh, we brought your son back, he's fine, and then sooner or later he's gonna realize that things aren't adding up and this isn't exactly his son. He's not a cat.
Spartacus is pretty old.
It's true.
Just wait till he dies.
No, he's getting a little senile.
That's a good response. I like it a lot. Yeah. That was great.
Maybe he's senile enough that he won't notice.
It makes things worse. He sees the two arms and he's like, yeah, probably. Oh.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, I don't think it's our mission to bring his memories back. He seems happier. There's that.
You look over, he's like,
The old big one was getting a little scary, starting to deceive people.
I actually would be asking you some things while this is happening, but I'm letting this play out, and then we'll.
Also, he was probably
we're
on
not
the
standing
verge
here in
of
complete
turning
silence
on
for
you.
like 5 minutes.
You would not have turned on
You
me.
didn't know this.
What?
He was planning to. No.
God, legacy. I have the note that says we're not best friends right there. Ashriga's best friend. Accurate.
No.
We tried to protect you from this.
And the real big one's here isn't here to like argue it.
Yep, you can.
Play out your question.
Big one.
Like agree with a vampire.
Yes. Sorry, I don't know if I caught your name.
It's Calthier.
Sure, you know I should know that, but pleasure to meet you again.
That's all right.
Oh.
Let's just for now pretend we're just meeting.
Oh,
You
pleasure.
seem fairly all right with this situation you've found yourself in.
Oh, I'm pretty scared. But between you and me, I don't have many friends, so this is pretty cool. We're clearly in some unknown location. You all seem very lovely, and you clearly know my father, which is a little weird, but if you trust him, then he trusts you. I have no reason not to.
That's a positive way of looking at things.
I'm a half-full kind of guy. I don't know what the other part of that saying.
Yeah.
Half something full kind of guy.
half full, sure.
Yeah.
Calculator, give me an insight check.
Inside.
Yeah, this whole time.
Who's our big one?
Oh god. Oh, that'd be funny.
15.
I was going for a
He's
darker
just-
twist.
Yeah.
He's just been
Yeah, you
fucking
just like,
with
you
us,
look over at me
hard.
while I'm talking to Kelty, I'm like,
He's like, got you.
I'll send you a message.
I don't even know what these insight check are. I'm scared.
I don't know. What's that thing?
What's he saying?
Now he stopped talking. He must have joined their conversation. Oh boy, it's a big one.
Yeah, he's gone.
It's not that big. Really not.
If it isn't entirely obvious already, I think some of the others have mentioned an approximate location of where we are. We're pretty far away from Schema.
I haven't really ventured too far outside Ward 1 and Ward 3 in all of my life. So,
And Ward 6.
and I've been to the different wards in Schema a few times, but this is certainly quite the... There's a lot of animals in here. But
Yes, Ward 6, it's an interesting place.
I
We
mean,
have
it's
quite
quite
a
lovely, but...
history there. Suppose we are venturing out. What are your plans from this point on?
Well, I mean, granted, I don't really know where I am. And, you know, my father's always telling me to, you know, get out there. And I think your little friend over here said it best that I'm probably not safe on my own.
I would not recommend it.
And I, in a way, feel a little bad that you all seem to have this history with me, and I feel like I'm letting you all down in some way. Perhaps I start an adventure and can help you at least as a sorry, I'm not the person you thought I was sort of gesture.
You just feel obliged
Yeah.
to like do
To
this.
help us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, I don't want you to feel pressured into anything. You're more than welcome to tag along. I think everyone, I'm sure, would be happy to have you. But I do want it to be known ahead of time we might not be going back to Schema, at least maybe not right away or not for a while.
Oh, tell me, this other version of me, was he the adventurous type? Did he like the challenge?
Well, he was there for all our adventures.
And did my father know he was leaving and
I think so.
in a way gave a blessing?
I think he trusted us.
Then the way I see it is it's destiny in some regards for me to be a little more adventurous. I've only known my workshop for quite some time, but if you would allow me, I would like to see for myself what that entails, and if it gets a little too scary, then perhaps I find a caravan back home or something, but
Perhaps once we get to a more civilized, no offense, Elmer, location, then if this is too much, you're more than welcome to.
what
Go
kind of
from
things, what kind of adventures do you get into? Is there fights? I've been working on a few things in my workshop that might come in handy, but
There's,
Check your messages.
check my mess 1 second here.
But your workshop's not here.
Oh.
It makes sense.
Yeah. My father's telling me to get out of the house a lot. So definitely, adventure might be right up my alley. I've always tried to make him a little proud, but we've never seen eye to eye, really.
I'm happy that you have such an up spirit about everything that's going on. I do. You've been quite apologetic for something that is not in your control.
Well, I've seen the little purple one get quite upset, and I don't really know why, but apparently we were best friends.
I mean, there's friendship here between all of us.
That's good. That's good.
I do feel though.
No, these adventures don't get that dangerous, do they? That's okay. I'm just kidding. I'm excited. This is great.
I do feel, given your apologetic nature, that I should also apologize to you in some sense. I'm the reason you are here. At least this you.
I don't quite understand what that means, but you're forgiven, welcome, thanks.
I'm not looking for
Oh,
anything beyond that. I just felt like I needed to say it.
well, maybe this is exactly where I need to be.
Maybe.
I'm quite good on the battlefield. Mind you, I've only gone against my father's test dummies in the backyard, but
I'm sure
I
you're
will
quite
make
capable.
you proud, Mr. Calthier.
And I will do my best to keep you alive.
Oh. Oh. Interesting.
I'm just messaging the group, and this may sound strange, but did we just kidnap a big one? Different time.
Huh. Do you think there's a timeline where like Spark Eye is going around hanging up missing posters everywhere?
Probably.
Didn't think of that, but yes.
His only son.
Yeah.
Unless he hated his son, you don't know.
He wanted him out of the workshop.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
actually
I mean,
super happy.
Yeah.
We don't know that Spark Eye. We know our Spark Eye. We like our Spark Eye. So this is fine. This is fine.
Search
It's
in my
fine.
inventory.
This is
Are greater healing potions
They're
magical?
considered magic.
Yeah.
Still have
Oh,
those.
I might as well just say it now because I'm probably gonna forget when I would like next look like lift up my bag or whatever. The book that I got from Spark Eye,
Mhm.
the big book called Creating Life.
The book is still there.
Sick.
Oh.
Any?
Oh, I'm not pulling it out.
Are there any magical gems left in Big One's arm or Little One?
Little ones.
The entire
probably.
arm is
The
arm's
emeralds,
gone.
the emeralds
arm
are all
and the-
gone.
The arm and the.
Think about it as like the life of the constructs, and when like I died, it just like faded to like a black, and it just
Like theoretically, even when he died, like the gemstones would have shattered.
yeah.
Like,
Right.
In
those
order
were
for
powering him,
if that
but-
big one was
so-
here, then
Yeah.
I would have needed to have another gem to bring them back.
to, like,
Gotcha.
rebuild
So I
it.
wouldn't have just been like, I'm alive, so is he. I'd have to actually like fix it.
And now it's gone forever.
And now they don't exist.
Yeah.
Um,
Because they never did.
Are you guys done talking about me? Because I kind of just got invited into your friendship.
I invited you already.
You were kind of what? No, you were saying you and I were best friends.
We are best friends. Correction. I saw that.
Oh, but you didn't really extend a Mr. Calthier's a great guy. I'm really excited.
Mr. Kelly.
That's what I used to call him.
You just made my list.
I mean, you're on a list as well.
If we're
It's
look,
the
if
people
you're
that I've
looking
met.
to if you're looking to travel, I don't really know any sort of where the heck we are, but I would like to help you in a way. This is kind of exciting, as much as it's scary.
Quick one.
Oh yes.
What does your dad do?
Oh, well,
What do you remember?
who is your daddy and what does he do? Well, I'm assuming he was still a retired.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still retired?
Still, he was a retired member of the Artificers, and he kind of spends. He doesn't talk to me a lot, but when I do check up on him, he's kind of just in his study and doesn't. It's weird that you guys talk to him because he doesn't like talking to a lot of people, but.
Who's the leader of Schema?
Would have been
Hammond Halfstep.
Hammond that's Mr. Hammond Halfstep.
They were talking about Halfstep yesterday, and
Yeah.
we just
Yeah.
assumed that's
Yeah.
what it was.
Halfstep, Mr. Hammond Halfstep.
Not Harriet.
No, that's his daughter, right? Yeah. That's his daughter. I mean, I'm assuming at some point she might take over for him, but nope. I mean, it's Mr. Hammond.
And do you remember anything about iron being outlawed in Schema? Or
There was a shortage.
There
of
was,
iron.
yeah, there's a shortage of iron.
no,
but,
not shortage.
Oh,
Iron being outlawed. If you had iron on you, you were breaking the law.
we had some iron delivered to my place not long ago, but I don't typically like using that. It's a tough metal and doesn't go well with a lot of our artificer needs. But outlawed, no, I don't recall.
I think that was only happening
Very
while we
shortly
were
after.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
familiar are you with the red lightning storms?
Oh, well, I mean, they're dangerous, we know that much, but thankfully, I mean, the Spire in Ward 1 seems to keep them at bay, and I don't really know exactly how, but I don't venture out to try and deal with them.
You might.
Oh, cool.
You know that there is an invention known as repulsor cylinders
Yeah.
that are supposed to keep.
I'm trying to. I would love to work on something my father used to work on called a repulsor cylinder, but I haven't been able to crack that code.
Oh,
Maybe in time.
I'm guessing the other big one knew about it.
He was
Maybe
familiar.
for another time. Okay.
Could you check your bag, see if you have any blueprints?
Blueprints.
There's just spare parts and a couple other things in here. Healing potion.
Do I see a smith's kit or do I see a stonemason's kit on this?
You would see all of them. I now have access to all of them.
Every kid.
I mean, what you actually see is a strange.
Okay, El Paso.
I think what you see is just a strange mechanical, almost like a multi-tool.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, it would probably go on top of an arm. Like, it's almost like a glove of sorts, and it has a bunch of different tools and stuff attached to it.
I haven't seen him with that before.
No. Just my essential needs. The tool for the right job. That's what it's called.
The plans are gone.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Um,
Another day, not today. I'll tell you the story about that scarf.
do you mind if I wear it? It's actually quite cozy.
Keep it safe.
Oh,
It's
I'll keep it secret too.
it's really dear to me.
Then it's dear to me as well.
Have you ever had an apple martini?
That sounds wonderful.
I think you would really like it.
What's a martini? But it sounds wonderful. I want to try it.
Well, I will make it my mission as your BFF to find you an apple martini. Because I have a feeling that you'll really like it.
Perfect. I mean, it sounds wonderful. So perfect.
I just found a great quote that I flipped to randomly. In quotes, my trunk is getting stiff. It's about to rain.
God, he's a legend. I'm glad he's back.
So I don't mean to make things hasty, but where's our first adventure? What are you all planning? I guess what are we all planning?
What the fuck are we going to do with
Do
it?
we want to go to this Sothia place you mentioned?
Cassandra, wake her asleep right now.
I think she's like dozing
In and out.
Yeah.
Should we take her with us?
She might be able to catch a caravan back at some sort of wreck site.
I mean, we can't really leave her here as much as...
I don't think she's gonna leave without her friends. Nihilus and the other one.
Elmer did probably send off an animal to search for with her friends.
I mean, she can obviously stay here while she recovers, and I can look after her if you need to get going, and maybe I can help her see her way back if that's where she's going. But
She'll be out for
I
a
have
while.
all the time in the world now.
Maybe it's
die
time we
tomorrow
make our
morning.
way.
He'll probably wake up then.
Maybe it's time then we make our way to Sylthia if there's no longer a reason to be here.
Well, didn't Teddy say that in Icefall they make those crystals?
Yes,
I mean-
but from what I understand, Icefall can also be a dangerous place.
Not sure.
Sounds like just the place for us.
What's the lady's name?
True. I don't know.
The one who
She's
wanted
from
the
Icefall.
time staff originally.
Oh,
Oh, we don't
Trisha.
know.
We don't know about her
Oh,
anymore.
Tisha,
That was wiped from our
yeah.
brains.
No, we know the name.
No?
No, it was all
Her
wiped.
name got
Everything was wiped.
Obliterated
Oh,
by
Everything was
does not
obliterated.
exist.
She
Yeah.
doesn't exist
Yeah.
anymore.
Does not exist.
Yeah.
She
So
got
you don't know that.
completely
I don't know.
Obliterated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All you know is that Ashra has a strange staff on her back.
Yeah, because I remember actually it changed a little bit too.
Yeah.
Well, if Sylthia is your destination,
What
I
you
can.
know about Icefall is that Ezekiel was from there,
Yeah.
and you know that if you show up there with these crystals, they will probably arrest you.
Yeah.
So
Because-
absolutely.
Or
no reason
worse.
to-
Or worse.
Yeah.
Or worse.
We also know.
But you can keep it hidden.
We also know Drew,
Yeah.
Drew is there, and that she theoretically failed on her mission, and they were going to send people to kill her because of it,
Yeah.
Do we
or
really
something.
care?
Like
There
they're
Um,
very like.
It
I feel
definitely
like
sounds.
Anya,
It
like-
definitely sounds like a place we need more information before we go.
Yeah.
Sylthia?
The old
or
big one
Sylthia?
knew. Yeah. No. Sylthia
To
would be
Icefall.
the safer
Sorry,
choice.
what did you say you
Icefall would
want
be
to
like
go-
a very dangerous place to go.
Why did you want to go to Icefall again?
Well, it's more like, what if we venture into the storms again? It seemed to protect us, or you.
With the crystals.
I.
It is true.
But I have no idea where to find them. I have no idea who we got to talk to or convince.
The other thing from Icefall is that you do know that Teddy is from there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Teddy is from Icefall.
He is.
And what does that mean?
You don't remember
Well,
the
you
stuff
don't.
that happened in,
You
the,
don't remember, do you?
in the shrine.
Like in the pool, like the visions and all. My rats.
I
Here.
keep being told that I'll get caught
Let
up
me,
on this.
let me get Hoku to give you
We're gonna
all
have-
your
but instead
information.
you keep
doing the opposite.
We have a long walk ahead of us.
I don't want to interject, but I am from Icefall. And even in my time back then, it is a very dangerous place. If you come in asking questions that aren't wanted, people will be quite interested in you.
You would know this. The High Lord rules with an iron fist. The Ordo Draconis maintains strict rules and regiments, and anything that goes against them basically gets.
I've
thrown
only
up on
known
the
you for a
mountain
few
and
days, but
defreezed.
the information you shared with me is not something you'd want to shed anywhere in the streets of Icefall.
Are you talking to me or talking
Everybody in the group. Yeah.
Like I said.
That's a message.
Yeah.
Is it safe for him to know this, or should they stay alive?
Oh God.
Astra
I don't know
cast
this
darkness.
guy. Yeah. Do your thing, Astra.
Now, if you're
Oh, sure,
looking
now
to,
everybody wants to.
if you're looking to
No,
go
I
to
want it.
if you're looking to go to Southia, I can get you to the edge of the forest. It is a long trip. It won't be easy, but
It'll take at least 4 days to get through
To the edge of the forest, and then a lot past
and
that.
then a
so-
lot past
With
that.
your animal will be pulling us, right?
oh, I
sled?
know. I mean, he might be able to.
I mean, we shouldn't leave Cassandra here alone.
Oh, I mean, my woods are very safe. I know it might be hard to trust, but the grove is the safest spot for a long time. My animals can stay here for a couple of days while I help you, and then when I get back, her and I can look for your friends or find safe passage back to Schema. She's gonna need a little bit, but my animals will keep her safe. This is the safest spots from all the storms.
She's pretty strong-willed. I don't think if a few days she feels even the slightest bit able to walk, she'll probably walk right out there looking for her people.
But if you were here, would you be able to stop her anyway?
We
At
could,
least
we
somebody
could
can
try
be with
binding
her.
If you think it's best
We
that she
could
stays
bind
with
her.
you, we could certainly get a sled to pull her. She's
I'm
probably
more,
a
I'm
lot.
more so meant if she was staying under your care.
Oh, I'm very strong too.
I'm
Shall we-
aware.
Should we write her at least a note? We are going to entertain this idea of leaving her behind.
Look, if she's looking to leave on her own, I don't think any of us can stop her. She's free to do what she wants, but I've offered her my help.
I'm not asking to stop her. I just want to make sure that she has the right information when we're leaving.
We can leave her a letter.
I
Does she talk squirrel? Because I can tell my squirrel to tell her.
or we could just wake her up, tell her, and then say,
Oh, but she's sleeping so peacefully.
is there like, no offense, Elmer, but this is your grove and you've protected or helped protect us. You could protect her. Are we not able to traverse these woods without you?
Certainly.
I don't think I'm ready to say goodbye.
Oh, well, yes, I mean, I can point you on the right path. I might even be able to send some rabbits to help guide you, but it's not difficult out of the woods. It's about 3 or 4 days to the edge of the woods. And then it'll be a long track to Celsius, but You might run into a little bit of trouble, but I guarantee you it's safer than going to Icefall.
I would feel better with you watching her and helping her recover than her on her own.
It's true, I don't trust Timothy or Jeffrey with her.
If that's what you want, I mean, you've all given me more adventure than I've had in a long time.
There is another option. I'm not saying that we need to go with her, but Cornhole is the next nearest.
Oh, it's a lot farther and harder journey.
It's far and it's through the mountains, but there's caravans from there to Schema. That's how I got there. I mean, my family and my clan, they might be able to help her a little bit, but I know that we don't learn anything by going to Cornhole, so I don't know.
Again, like you said, she's free to make her own decisions, but I can certainly help her, and maybe I could suggest that as well. I can help her get as far as I can, and it'd be a dangerous journey over the mountains, but if you all feel like you're safe on your own.
Do you know the direction to Sylvia? I have no.
Oh yes, I can definitely point you to the edge of the forest, and then you'll have to traverse through the desert a little bit, but it's kind of a straight shot that way.
Roughly.
Roughly.
We would need provisions for such a thing.
Oh, I've got lots of food for you.
I might be able to help with that.
There's magic in these.
You would also know that the actual best way to get to Liltia is not to go straight that way. Is to take like the 4-day route to the edge of the forest straight south and then cut through the plains
That's
to
what I
get to the
said to
desert
them.
and then
It's a straight shot.
continue. It's like you're going south to just to
Yeah,
get
I would have told
through-
them whatever.
because
I
the
know.
woods are the slowest and most dangerous part. You're going to get out of the woods,
Sure, yeah.
travel the plains, get into the desert.
I would tell them whatever I know is the best.
But the
route
desert is
there.
definitely the worst part of the journey.
Sure, yeah. So I would tell them all that you can get to the edge of woods, it'll be dangerous. Then you go through the plains, then you traverse the rest of the way through the desert. Desert's going to be a tough journey physically, all that sort of stuff. But
You could certainly stock up on fruits and vegetables and anything you like.
I can do things.
Nothing's gonna make us food.
So if this is it, it's been a great journey with you all. You're welcome to visit the Grove anytime. It's always open. Maybe not come through a portal next time.
I think we'll avoid that if possible.
And if you ever need any help, you know where to look.
Do we have a way to reach out to you? Like if we just are lonely and just want to say hi, how's it going?
Oh, you could send a letter to the Green Moss Grove.
Okay.
I don't know where to look for a letter, but you can try.
Is there a letter delivering service here?
Oh,
I
my-
actually need to send one.
My birds tend to... just be honest, they're kind of stupid. They don't know where to go. They don't know. They don't know these woods like I do.
You probably would have trained one bird to go to Icefall, but it's probably
Years
very
ago.
old and very
Years
slow.
ago.
Oh, I have my best bird.
and you look, and it's just like he's like,
Old and decrepit.
He can get
Like
there.
hobbles
It's
over.
been like 50 years since he's gone, but
Can he go to Cornwall?
that might be a stretch. He's never been, but I can point him the way.
It's a one-way trip.
Dude, he's not coming.
It's a one-way trip for this guy.
I believe in him. His name is Hank.
Please don't kill
You
Hank.
can risk your letter.
You can tell by looking at it, Hank's not gonna make it.
You can always write the letter again, though.
That's what I'm wondering.
When we arrive to Sylvia, we'll find a way to send you a postcard.
Oh,
I mean,
don't know what that is, but great.
I'll be able to communicate with you in short messages.
Drop in anytime.
Oh, I'm
The
Kelly.
dome is always open. It's been fun. Thank you so much. You're the first people I've seen since my wife passed away.
Oh.
It was quite the adventure, and you helped save the forest.
Well, thank you for helping us save this one.
Oh, wish he was the way you remembered, but he seems pretty eager.
And you just see the big one like ready to go, like
I think he's exactly how he's supposed to be.
Oh, when you put it that way, it sounds pretty good. I wish you all good luck.
As a thank you, I want to give you one of my most prized possessions.
Okay.
It's a big
It's
flower.
No, it's like old
Oh,
expired.
wait a
Oh,
minute.
expired flowers. Yeah.
Where's my magnifying glass?
It's okay, I don't understand you, but you're very sweet. Look, if you happen to find a young furbog,
now do the image of my son again.
I don't know if he'll remember me or if he's even alive, but based on what I heard about your sister, anything's possible.
What was his name again?
Yep. I'll get back to you on that one.
Yep. Yep. Of the
No, I have a name that's on the computer.
Okay,
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I say the name and
I don't remember much about him. It seems like the memory's gone, but if he's out there, I wouldn't mind knowing.
Definitely.
Thank you kindly.
As you open the door and you all step out into the
I will
sunlit.
have quickly written just a letter of our intention of where we're going, and that
I'll make sure she reads it.
if
If she tries to stop, I'll kill her. Moonbeam!
and that will that I'll reach out to her after several days, so to expect to hear from me again, as I have done with her multiple times already. And I'll also just let you know, I'll check in a few days. I'll let you know where we are, and if you just let me know what Cassandra has
Can
decided
I respond to
do.
your messages?
Very short
Okay.
amount of words, so keep it quick.
It's Elmira of the Green Moscow!
every time.
Yeah.
As you tuck this little envelope or scroll
Yeah.
letter into
Just piece of paper.
Cassandra's bed, she's snoring peacefully. You step out of the giant tree home of Elmer into the warm, sunlit, probably early afternoon at this point, in the Frostfang woods that feel warm, homely. You begin to trek south into unseen territory in the direction of the Rexate of Siltia, with the big one in tow.
Going on an
That's where
adventure.
we'll end this session.
Sick. Yeah.
We did it! Kind of.
Level up again.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh
The
man.
end of the Elmer arc.
No!
Thanks all for joining us, everyone.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.